So last week we did power rankings for every team, which meant we spent a lot of time going team by team, giving our opinions on all of them. This time we're going to change it up and talk about players specifically, since I feel like we covered every team and not a whole lot has changed in the last week. So we're going to mix it up, like I said, and talk about players, specifically ones that have proved everybody wrong. That means proved us wrong, the national media consensus, NBA Twitter, all that. And that could also mean prove wrong in a good way or a bad way because they've been worse than expected.
There's going to be flowers given in this podcast. And also there's, of course, naturally going to be hating as well. But could be hating for good reason. Sometimes you'll hear hating for bad reason. But with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we cannot forget we have a Christmas giveaway on the come up. We're giving away a whole PS5 to one of you guys. All you have to do is follow us on Twitter. Right there, the D3. Simple as that. As soon as you reach 10K on Twitter, it's yours. What are you waiting for?
Well, it's not yours.
Okay.
It's not everybody's. It's not yours. Not everybody's.
I'm talking to them watching right now. It could be yours. Don't let them shit on your dreams.
There you go. Could be yours.
Potentially. 1 in 10,000 chance.
So borderline potentially could be your PS5. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, top of the description, you'll see our Twitter in there. Follow us on there. As soon as we hit 10K, we're giving it away. We're currently at 5K. Every time we do this, you guys get us a few hundred every episode. So we'll see when we get there. But before we get into the episode, we have one more piece of news to talk about. And that is an exciting piece of news we've been working on for a while. Starting next week, Monday. What day of the month is that? The 30th. Monday. No, that's wrong.
Either way, the Monday after Thanksgiving.
27th. Yes, Monday after Thanksgiving. 27th, we're doing our first TD3 live stream.
Beep, 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 beep.
And what that's going to be, all the air horns. What that's going to be is essentially a second episode every week, but live. But it's not going to function exactly the same. It's going to be, us three. It's going to look the same, except you see the chats on screen. It's going to be interactive. And we're going to treat it similarly, but in ways that, are specifically for live, a lot more interactive stuff, getting you guys involved, everybody that's there during the streams. You can still watch it afterwards like it's a second episode, or you can tune in live every Monday. We're going to do it every single week at 8 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, man, it's going to be a fun way to differentiate our content and give you guys more.
8 p.m. Eastern, streaming live only on YouTube. You got to be there. It's going to be fun. Join the Discord. Y'all going to be hella involved in this entire process too. Yeah. So, y'all, we move. This is the new era.
And this first one, the stream, each one's going to have a theme. It's going to be like a point to it, not just us streaming into just doing whatever. The first stream's topic is going to be something that you guys have been begging us to bring back for months. Something that was kind of one of the main things we started this channel with.
That's what we built this channel on. We built this
brick
channel.
by brick. We built it off of your NBA hot takes. So the first live stream back is going to be reacting to your NBA hot takes. We're going to get them from Discord, from Twitter, from the stream chat, etc. And that's going to be the main thing we do. So be there and we'll probably react to what you got to say. It'll be great.
With all that being said, let's get to this pod. The cranium is crazy. Oh my God.
I mean, I really don't know what to say.
Crayon eaters, rejoice.
So I think the way we'll do this is let's just go one by one, giving one player to talk about that we think has proved people wrong. Donovan, you want to go first?
Yeah. All right. So look, last week, Isaac gave his apologies to the Minnesota Timberwolves. He told everybody that he was wrong and he apologized.
Yep. You didn't.
I didn't. And I'm not going to talk about them, but I am going to tell somebody I'm sorry. That is Bam Adebayo and the Miami Heat.
Oh.
Because listen, I gave up on them, right? I was saying everything that I said. I thought they were going to be a bottom 10 offense, which they low-key are very close to. But I thought that they were going to be in the gutter and be like a very subpar team because I didn't think that Bam Adebayo had any more growth, like substantial growth left in him. Well, was I wrong? Because Bam Adebayo has taken yet another leap offensively this year. He's been fantastic. He's been kind of like his shot selection has been around the same. He's taken a couple like his 3-point shot still isn't there. He's not spacing the floor in that way, but he's shooting a much higher percent at the rim. He's finishing. He's being much more of a hub for their offense. And when I thought that they were going to be a legitimately bad offense is because I didn't think that he would be able to, be a connector in some sort for them. He's doing that. And he's a very big part of why they're, able to maintain right now. And so they're the 18th ranked offense right now. I think without him and without a lot of the things that he's doing, they probably are like a bottom 7 offense. He's been fantastic.
For sure. Yeah. It's interesting you bring him up because he's not a player that's ever been like, slandered or severely doubted.
He is in the playoffs.
It's interesting.
I think in the playoffs he has.
Yeah, but it's interesting that like the reason these people were wrong is just by hitting that next level that we all thought he kind of just plateaued offensively.
Yeah.
So that's a good way to bring it up because the way I viewed most of these names are people that were either slandered to death or hyped to death and have been trash. So I like the recognition of incremental leaps that make a big difference. Because like you said, he was always a really good player, but people were like, do a little more creation, bring a little more scoring punch, and also bring the team to the next level. Mm-hmm. And he's definitely done that. Like you said, he's up to 77% at the rim. Last year, it was 68%. And he's compounded that by having way less of his shots assisted, which I think is like a formula for someone who's taking a star leap as a scorer, being able to create more shots for yourself and get to the rim and score more efficiently. That's a really hard thing to do at once.
Yeah. And I think like when you look at the rim scoring, I think a big part of the reason why everybody kind of thought that he was going to plateau or why everyone kind of was just like, all right, like Bam is who he is because of the rim scoring from last year. But now if you look at it, his rim scoring is kind of where it's been for 3 of the last 4 years, right? Like before last season, he was in the 70s scoring at the rim. And so he was very efficient, but you've seen his shot attempts grow every single year. You've seen him be more aggressive. And like you said, now those shots are coming more based off of him and not just somebody setting him up, which is exactly what Miami needs if they're not going to have a primary, ball handler, primary perimeter scorer like a Dame, like a Bradley Beal, Zach LaVine, that type of guy. And so, yeah, I think he's been great. He's still doing everything defensively for them. He's still fantastic on that side of the ball. So I think in terms of Miami being a legitimate player in the Eastern Conference, Bam being good on offense in this way makes them a contender in a way that's not like, oh, we're powered by the power of friendship. Like we actually have things that we can lean on to drive us forward, Yeah. And
I feel like what's interesting is he's done that. And so I think the thing you pointed out was 2 years ago, he was really good finishing at the rim. Last year, not so much. And I think that's because 2 years ago and before that, he really functioned primarily as a role man. He was, offensively more of a role player, pick and roll, finish. He's a great lob threat. He's great verticality there. And in the past couple of years, as he's kind of leveled up, he's done a little more with the ball in his hands to mix results before this year. And this year, you're seeing him be like a big hub out of the high post. He's doubled his long mid-range attempts this year, and he's shooting like 44% on them, which is, pretty good. And you combine that with having that long mid-range shot, plus being able to attack off the dribble, like I said, and be self-created shots at the rim. And that's just like, it's what everybody's wanted, right? It's like people have wanted him to play like Anthony Davis on offense, and you're starting to see some more of that.
For sure.
And all that is on the offensive end that we're talking about. We didn't even touch on the side that he's best on the court, which is the defensive end. I think I saw some random stat on Twitter that said, don't quote me on this, I could be very wrong, but I think I saw some stat that said
never a good place to start.
Players in the ISO. Whenever he's guarding the ISO, I think players have like a 15 to 20% field goal percentage. That's absolutely insane. And so to see him take another step.
I know exactly what tweet Mo was talking about. I forget who tweeted it, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, he's been insane in terms of affecting shots and contesting shots and making sure that people just aren't scoring and being the anchor for the Heat's defense. And so because right now they have the 9th best defense in the league right now in terms of defensive rating. Like that aspect of their scheme is still very much alive. And so I guess that's the one thing that I just could not bring myself this offseason to. I just thought that they were just going to be so in the mud. Like I thought that they were going to be the Raptors offensively, and
no.
Yeah, and so
Spoelstra's too good for that.
They've been good, man.
Another reason why they've been so good this season so far is that when it comes to like surprises, of course, like Bam Adebayo, I think he deserves this title, but I think there's someone else who deserves to be in this conversation for the Miami Heat is Duncan Robinson. Like he's kind of evolved his game quite a bit. He's no longer just all my shots are coming from the 3-point line. No matter if someone's in my face or not, I'm getting that bitch off. And 43% of the time, it's going in. He still does that, of course. That's his overall identity. But he's evolved his game. And I think that's dating back to the playoffs last year, he started attacking the rim a lot more and putting people.
Isn't that weird?
I don't want to say on skates, but like he's showing a little back to him. He's kind of being fundamental and all that. So it's like
being the Jimmy Neutron allegations. It's crazy.
The Jimmy Neutron allegations.
Listen,
he looks like
he's not. The Jimmy Neutron allegations are because of how he looks. And that nobody ever said that's because of his bag. He's still facing those.
It's interesting that he made that leap in the playoffs and then it stuck. Like it's weird that you see an improvement happen in that type of pattern where you get to the point where things break down, you need players to do more, and a role player like finds new wings and a new level of play and holds that over to the next season. It's kind of like what people want to happen with Jamal Murray every year, where he is this crazy playoff riser, and they're like, oh, maybe next season he'll average 28 for the whole year. But like he doesn't, because most players just don't operate that way.
Yeah.
And Duncan Robinson does, I guess. Right now, 25% of his shots are coming at the rim. Last year, that was 7%.
That's insane.
That's an insane leap. He literally just changed his entire style of play.
Wow.
Yeah, and like you said, you use the word putting people on skates as a joke, but like there is some, like, you're joking, but like when you have that type of 3-point gravity and people only respect you at the line, they're not gonna leave him open. They're gonna chase him off screens. It's really easy to attack those closeouts and get to the rim when you have that type of gravity. Yeah. It's JJ Redick-esque. And I think it's an essential improvement he had to make because he was falling out of the rotation for a couple of seasons.
Yeah, exactly. And I think he started to realize. Yeah. He started to realize, like, yo, I got to do something other than just simply let this bitch fly in order to maintain my job over here with the Miami Heat. Now, we got his bag. It is what it is, like, whatever. But in order for him to continue to have this longevity and be valued, sought after role player, this is an element that he needed to add. And if I'm not the Miami Heat, bro, we have two white guys who play not super similar, but they bring a lot of the same things on the NBA court. And so this is me looking at someone like Duncan Robinson, and I might just view Tyler Hero even more expendable because of what he's done.
I'm not gonna connect those two as in like Duncan means I don't need Tyler, but I think your point of like having the two white boys together, that's a level of punch they needed, especially after losing Max Strus and Gabe Vincent. So like Duncan has to be this guy, and I think he has been. That's why like a lot of us predicted they'd be playing level or something like they were last year, especially after losing those depth pieces. Yeah, but he's producing that production that Max Strus left behind just fine. With Tyler Hero injured too, and Jimmy Butler just like disappearing every night.
Yeah,
well, we knew this. We knew this from Jimmy's also the same way as like Jamal Murray, where his playoff rising is so crazy, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, is he one of like the 7 best players on the planet?" And it's like, hey, there's also 7 months of basketball that we have to pay attention to, and he just isn't that guy for from October to April. So like, let's pay attention to that. But if Jimmy is out here, even at like a passable level, which obviously he is, if Jimmy's at that level, Bam is taking another leap, Duncan is taking another leap. I still do think that they are like a piece away to like truly compete with like Denver and Boston and Milwaukee and stuff like that. But they are in a very good position where if Pat Riley finally makes the move that everybody's been asking him to make for the last 5 years, they're cooking, and it's going to look different on paper because they're not going to have like the crazy star power as everyone else. But as we've seen, their infrastructure allows for these players to develop every single year. So yeah, there's a lot of guys. And if we did this podcast in 2-3 months, there's probably going to be another guy on Miami that we're like, hey, they're taking another leap too, because this is just what they do.
Hey, I know his name too already. Bucket. Haywood Highsmith. Bro, he has been fantastic defensively. His defensive pairing alongside Bam with the rotation, the versatility that he has, and also the little bit of stuff that he can do offensively, which is a little bit of stuff is not being a complete negative or nothing from the 3-point line, is great, and that adds a lot of value along with the grit and all that nitty-gritty stuff that the Miami Heat are known for, So
yeah. I think we mentioned the power of friendship a lot, and I just think that all this we're talking about proves the theory that at some point Pat Riley made a deal with the devil and traded in his soul for eternal basketball success. They were seemingly the most down bad they've been in recent years. Missed out on Damian Lillard, lost 2 guard depth pieces. People were wondering where is this scoring punch to come from, and Duncan Robinson learns how to score at the rim. is always going to be something, and this team will never be bad. They'll always be respectable. They'll find a way to get out the mud, even in ways that you think are not possible, like Duncan Robinson tripling his rim volume. It's always going to work, and I'm never going to doubt them.
My bad, Pat. my bad.
The day that Bam starts pulling threes, that's when the CIA needs to start getting involved, because there's some serious witchcraft going on over there in Miami.
Yes, man, it's Dr. Strange.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
You should make people find religion in Pat Riley.
Facts. But yeah, Isaac,
the next thing I want to talk about with my first name, I want to talk about LaMelo Ball.
Okay, that's Mo's guy.
It's also my guy, and I the other day it was funny because they won a game a couple nights ago. I'm kind of blanking out who they played. Oh, they played the Celtics. They won the game on a Miles Bridges game-winning 3. I tweeted, I was like, "Fucking yuck! I can't imagine losing to the biggest douchebag in the NBA." And there was a pissed off LaMelo fan in my comments, in my replies on Twitter, that was like, "You find any reason not to talk about LaMelo?" And I was like, "Little do you know, he's the main player I want to talk about in the next episode because I love LaMelo Ball." And at some point, I guess we got labeled a LaMelo Ball hate podcast, but we like him a lot. And
no, that was Donovan. That was only because of him.
Oh yeah, facts. Yeah.
And it wasn't
we'll
even,
get to that.
Listen, before you get into it, let me clear this up real quick, because it wasn't even hate. All I had was questions. That's all I had, right? Everybody was very quick to label LaMelo this and that, to say he was this, he was that. And all I said was, can we see him perform in games with stakes? That's all I wanted to know. And that was my question. It's not hate. I love LaMelo. Again, big baller brand. Listen, I've been big baller brand for a long time.
He's got the ZO2s in his closet right now. Put them hoes out. Yeah. Never mind. Don't do it.
He used to say.
I had a beanie though. I did have a beanie.
You did. I remember it. But I bring him up because he missed last year. He played 36 games. In the games he did play, didn't quite look like himself. The team was horrible. It was worse than it was the year before that. The supporting cast was trash. He was coming back from injury and just had an off year overall, mixed with the fact that he missed a lot of games, and it was just out of the zeitgeist of most people's basketball minds. So because of that, I think the narrative quickly shifted on him, and people were like, "Oh, is he even good? I haven't thought about him in so long. He must be whack. He must be a good stats, bad team guy. He must not be a winner." And just weirdly, he became overlooked when people talked about the hierarchy of young players, when just the year before that, he was a 20-year-old making the All-Star game in his second year, looking like, a future superstar. And it's like people just forgot. And then this year came around. First 5 games of the season, it was looking a bit shaky. We were like, oh my God, was last year LaMelo just like, that's who he is now? But man, this motherfucker is back. He is incredible. And he's proving all the doubters wrong and showing that he's one of the most promising players in the league.
Yeah. The NBA is such an interesting league, specifically like the community and the fans, because we have so much talent coming in, and there's so many random players, not random players, but players who go off, and that blinds us. And this is such a "what have you done for me lately" league, and LaMelo has done nothing lately. Like last year, obviously, he's done nothing last year other than take fire ass Instagram pictures and drop fire shoes. Like that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Love talking about his Instagram pictures.
They're hard. I'm a fan. What can I say? Listen. What can I say, man? What can I say?
Game recognized game. I get it.
But yeah, so last year when this guy is like De'Aaron Fox go off, Tyrese Haliburton going crazy. We still have Luka Doncic, you know what I'm saying? John Morant before he decided to lose all his brain cells. Like there were so many players who were on the scene as point guards, and so many players also stole the light. Jalen Brunson's another name too. So unnecessary. But yeah, so to see LaMelo restore his for the audio listeners, this man Isaac just putting out a gun as if he was doing a dance. The fuck? Okay. Point is, LaMelo Ball is literally him. Oh yeah, my gosh, bro.
I think I remember when we were talking about LaMelo early last year, and when Donovan was talking about his concerns about him, the main thing that Mo brought up is Donovan was like, low key, he might be a playoff choker. We'll see. 2 playing games, he's played bad, and he's posing the question. And I think the biggest concern you had is like he wasn't a rim threat at all. That was clearly his biggest weakness. He was kind of on Fred VanVleet time, despite being 6'7".
I was just about to get into
which is weird. But this year, it's like he's completely altered that and realized he has the size, he's matured in his body, whatever it is, improved technique, whatever it may be, and he's been a legitimately really good rim scorer. He's 90th percentile in rim volume for guards, and he shoots 56% there, which is a career high in efficiency.
But
he's just getting there so much more than he was in previous years.
Yeah. I think a play that really helped me realize this also, I was just going to bring out the same point as you, that he's been using his body angularly perfectly whenever he's driving, and he's not honestly looking to just get a call anymore. You know, he's going to the rim with pure intention, and that intention is to get a bucket. They just faced the Washington Wizards and they won. He had a good game or whatever. And I think a play that sums up, or that gave me the
he had like 35 and 9
confirmation
game or whatever.
Yeah, he even got
that's
life for the middle, man.
We're here.
But I saw him literally. I saw this man LaMelo go into the chest of Washington Wizards rookie Bilal Coulibaly. Now, yes, he's a rookie, but this rookie is not a normal defensive rookie. He's pretty good.
So he bodied up that 19-year-old. That teenager had no chance.
He went into that man's chest, bro, and he put up a contested layup, and I saw him do that repeatedly. That was not the only first time, but that was the most recent time. And just seeing how he did that, going into someone's chest while still pulling up a shot, is impressive. And that has honestly been what's been transcending and making his game so much more consistent.
Yeah. I think being a rim scorer, a lot of people, how do I phrase this? People underestimate the importance of rim scoring from guards when it comes to being like a high level scorer. Like you look at somebody like Darius Garland a few years ago before Donovan Mitchell got there, or let's use a better example, Luka Doncic. People focus on the fact that he's an incredible step back three, can post up, do all this stuff. But what makes him a high level scorer is he shoots like 77% at the rim every year, which is like LeBron James numbers.
Yeah.
That's like the core of being a good scorer. Without being a good rim scorer, it's almost impossible to average like 25 plus on good efficiency. You even look at like Steph Curry, incredible at the rim, despite his 3-point shot being the thing that makes him his money. And this year, as we're talking about the rim scoring coming around, LaMelo Ball is scoring 25 points per game on 57% true shooting, which is just above league average. So I'm just saying also say it's no coincidence that once he finally adds that cornerstone scoring arsenal, that he's able to truly be like a great scorer.
Yeah, scoring at the rim is the easiest bucket to get, and also while it is the easiest bucket to get, you open up you open up so many different avenues to score the ball, whether you're dishing it or whether you go ahead and get a foul. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And this year too, surprise, surprise, now that you've been driving at the rim a lot more, this is also a career high in free throw attempts per game, just shy under 5, which makes a difference. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, and his highest in career in assists, just by a little bit, but he's dishing it out like he better than he ever has because, listen, when you're a bigger threat to score, you're a bigger threat to use your absolutely elite passing ability that people like forget that he's legitimately one of the best passers in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Nah, he's like that. There's been so many games this year where he's just had to take over in the fourth quarter for Charlotte to be, in the game. And like last year, I think like half of his shots were from 3. Last year, and you saw him settling a lot, and you guys obviously like just said this, but like
it's 51%. It's crazy.
Yeah, the purpose that he has driving to the basket has been great. He's also had a career year from the 3-point line. He's shooting nearly 40% from downtown. Like everything's falling for him. And so if LaMelo has all 3 phases and he's able to affect the offense from the 3-point line, from the rim, and create everything. Like Charlotte's been bad this year. Mm-hmm. They still do have the potential to make a playoff push and to make like a play-in push because LaMelo is doing all these things. And like
sure,
if he's not chunking, which we've seen a couple, like I've seen the tendency from him before. When he hasn't just put his head down and driven to the rim, he can get into that mode where, Mo calls it Julian Newman basketball, where he can dribble a lot. Basketball? Yeah, where he can dribble a lot and then just chuck up a 3. If he's being much more intentional on what 3s he's taking, where he's taking them, and make those at a high clip, like this Charlotte offense has a much higher ceiling.
Yeah. I predicted in our preseason predictions episode that they'd be the 9 seed. And a lot of comments were like, the fuck are you on? The Hornets suck. They were terrible last year. And I think a lot of that is because people he was out for most of the year, so they were in fact terrible. They got the number 2 pick for a reason. But I think 2 years ago, whenever he made that All-Star game I mentioned earlier, they were the 9 seed, like I predicted this year, with largely the same cast. Gordon Hayward was a little bit younger, but same cast, and a big part of that is their disgusting power forward coming back, Miles Bridges. He's back. They started really slow in the 10 games he was suspended, and it got them off to like a 3-7 start, which is a tough hole to dig out of. But now they're 5-9. They won the 2 games since he came back off of really great performance from him. And the 9 seed only is 6-7. So very much within grasp for them to turn it around and be that team that we know they can be when they're healthy.
Yeah, they got it. LaMelo's he's doing his thing. And everybody, in a day and age where like if he has one bad game, those AI memes are going to be fired up. Like it's very easy to forget just how impactful he can be. And so would y'all rank him like?
It's tough.
Listen, where are we ranking him in terms of like point guards in the East? I just want to focus on that. Like, who would you 100% take over him right now?
Let's turn this into a TikTok.
Yeah,
let's ask questions about it. Let's turn this into a TikTok. Let me put this iPad down.
Yeah.
Which NBA point guard would you rather have? LaMelo Ball or Jalen Brunson?
Oof.
That's tough.
Long-term LaMelo Ball. If I need a playoff series today, I'd probably still lean Jalen Brunson. But I think maybe by the end of the season, maybe by the end of next season, LaMelo Ball is eventually going to pass him up.
I think right now I would still take Jalen Brunson.
Yeah. In a half-court setting in the playoffs, that scoring difference is noticeable.
Okay. What about LaMelo Ball or Tyrese Haliburton?
Come on, Tyrese Haliburton.
We got to take Tyrese. Listen, Tyrese went crazy the other night. Crazy. So yeah, I'm taking Tyrese.
LaMelo's been great because he's a fantastic off-the-dribble shooter. He can get to the rim now. One of the best passers in the league. Tyrese Haliburton's better at every single one of those things.
LaMelo Ball or Trae Young?
Tough.
I don't even want to say that. I ain't set myself up.
I'm taking LaMelo. I think I'm taking LaMelo.
Nah, it's still Trae Young. He's been shooting terribly. I have to hope eventually he's going to come back to a little bit of normal. But Trae Young's probably a better playmaker. He has a better ceiling as a scorer. Defensively, neither one are moving the needle. I think Trae Young deserves the credit still.
We've talked in previous episodes how Trae Young he has the label as this like great shooter, but the numbers show that he's not necessarily the great shooter. And I'm just saying,
I don't know.
I'm just saying right now, if LaMelo is shooting close to 40% from 3 and Trae's not doing that, I don't think that it's crazy to take him over Trae.
It's not crazy. I'll say this. LaMelo has easily been better this season.
For sure.
I'm going to give Trae a little bit of time to bounce back, but this year so far, LaMelo's cleared him.
There's only so much time you can get away with playing like Julian Newman, man.
All last year, fucking ticking.
Yeah, bro. On God, bro.
Trae Young, welcome to the Creator League.
That's crazy. All right, last one. LaMelo Ball or Darius Garland?
I lean LaMelo Ball, but I also feel like I'm being biased by the fact that Darius Garland can't cook as much with Donovan Mitchell there. So maybe Darius is just as good, but LaMelo has more opportunities, so he's impressed more.
I'm taking LaMelo. It's been a while, and again, it's not his fault, but it's been a while since we've seen Darius Garland do the things that we're seeing LaMelo do. So I'll give LaMelo the credit right now.
Yeah, if LaMelo's going to be this good of a scorer for the whole season, I think there's really nothing you can say that Garland is better at this moment.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's a scoring difference for me, and just how many ways LaMelo's scoring right now, So
yeah,
you have
No, that's a good list of names. Listen, there's a lot of young promising point guards, so it's hard to rank them, but
they're all so good.
Listen, the next 2 months is going to swing a lot based on his perception, and especially if Trae Young keeps shit in the bed. We'll see if Haliburton can keep up this ridiculous level of play. Do we need to talk about Haliburton? Is he something that's proved people wrong, or if people kind of know?
There we go. He's on my list.
I don't think so.
Let's get into it.
Talking about it.
LaMelo Ball didn't necessarily. Yeah, LaMelo Ball didn't necessarily prove me wrong. I said LaMelo Ball, my bad. Tyrese Haliburton didn't prove me wrong at all. Already, assumed that the Pacers were going to be a top 6 seed in the Eastern Conference, and I'm pretty sure all of us are pretty much on par with that because of how well built their roster was. They have so many good guards. They have good bigs, and Isaiah Jackson, of course, Miles Turner. They got a lottery pick who seemed to not get any burn really this season whatsoever, but he's a good player as well. They just have so much going on. Bruce Brown too, and this combination of players who do not make mistakes, who aren't selfish, and can get buckets off in a variety of ways, have created this offensive bomb explosion. And I think having Tyrese Maxey be the commander of that shows a lot. Speaks. Yeah, my bad. Tyrese Maxey. Or I said it again. Tyrese Haliburton.
This man loves Maxey.
But Tyrese Haliburton being the commander of that,
Stay
averaging 25 and 12 and shooting like 8 threes a game on 40-something% from the 3-point line. I think it's like 45. He is a maniac. And yesterday, watching him dub my Atlanta Hawks in the third quarter specifically made me crown him the new era point god. This is what you envisioned your typical, your perfect point guard looking like in today's NBA. And it's Tyrese.
He's incredible.
Haliburton.
So do you think he's proved people wrong? That's the point of bringing these players up. Do you think he was doubted that he could reach the ceiling? What do you think? Where's the angle with this one?
I think when it comes to his shot-making ability, difficult shot-making ability specifically, he's proved hella people wrong. Dating back to last year, I was one of those people who was skeptical about his ceiling. And I knew what type of player he was, but seeing him hit step back threes from dumb deep. These are not regular threes. You know what I'm saying? That right there is something that I did not know he had in his bag. And this range that he's been showing puts him in a different tier, a different breath, a different air of NBA players if he continues to do this.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy too?
What's up?
He's shooting significantly worse to the rim right now than he has in every other year of his career. So that's going to recover. So like, we're not even seeing the most efficient version of him that we're going to see this season.
Which is ridiculous. I think what happened, I'm with Mo. Like, I think Haliburton has proved people wrong because I think what happened to LaMelo is also the same thing that happened with Haliburton because, like, when he was playing last year at the start of the season, the Pacers were a top 4 seed. And then he goes out for a period of time and the Pacers kind of fall off. And they're not, they're not, like, in the play-in mix like that. And so now that he's back, like I think everybody kind of forgot, and we're here at the start of the season, and he's like, "Hey, don't forget what I was doing. Like, don't forget that I was leading this team to a top 4 seed. Don't forget that I can put everybody in position to be better." And the Pacers, who have best offense in the league, just running and gunning everybody, it's because Tyrese is like Mo said, you got to give him the crown right now. He's the new age point guard. Like it's crazy. How much
25 points per game, 12 assists per game, 67% true shooting. I think that's the same thing that Giannis has. That's ridiculous.
All with one of the ugliest jumpers in the NBA. Like how is he
one of the ugliest jumpers to be seen, bro?
That shit goes in. It doesn't even matter. Like the wonkiest mechanics. He's just 6'5" biracial Steve Nash. Like he's incredible. Like he is the reincarnation. A lot of people said that about Trae Young a couple years ago. They were like,
"That's just because he's small."
Steve Nash. Yeah, and like he's fizzled out a little bit. And this is truly what Steve Nash looked like in today's game if he was way bigger, more athletic, higher defensive ceiling, and just as good at everything else. Well, let me calm down. Maybe not just as good as Steve Nash, but same style of play. And like, listen, I don't know what his ceiling is anymore. I truly don't. Can he be a top 10 player in the league?
At this rate, he can most definitely be a top 10 player in the league.
Who's the 10th best player? Can he be as good as Devin Booker is right now?
100%, yeah.
That's so hard to say, but he can definitely be as good as Devin 100%. Booker.
And
he's not right now.
I hate that like Devin Booker's the standard because we've definitely like disrespected the Suns a lot on this pod over the last year.
Have we?
And I feel like we have. We had we went several months being like, "Oh, the Suns are winning. Don't care. Like we don't care about it."
You did, not me. I
don't lie. Don't lie.
Listen, I'm going the other way. I said when the playoffs started, I think they might win the finals easily. So I was just wrong. I went the other way. I was too high on them.
Oh, no. It was both of us saying that we don't care about the Suns.
Oh yeah, pre-KD trade, I didn't care. But once they got KD, I went the other way. I was like, they might be unstoppable. I drank the Kool-Aid a little too much with them when they got KD.
Tyrese or Ant right now?
Oof. Okay, what's the question? Who's better right now, or who would I rather have going forward?
Who's better right now?
Tyrese.
Wow. A lot of people hate to hear that. I don't know.
I'll frame it like this.
Yes, there is.
Playoffs start tomorrow. Okay. Who do you need? Who do you take?
It's a little different because styles of play. People are so biased towards the one-on-one. I can make a bucket, create it, like that old Kobe aesthetic. Like people will very quickly want to choose that style of play, even if all things are equal. That I think Ant has gotten better this year, but the amount to which he's gotten better is a little bit exaggerated because that style of play is so tantalizing.
That Celtics game is that Celtics game is going to stick in everybody's mind for the rest of the season. Ant doesn't have to do anything crazy for the rest of the year because everyone's going to be like, he locked up Tatum. He went toe to toe. He scored 12 straight on the Celtics. And like, I think it's
and he can
great.
do that. It's important.
No, yeah. But at the same time, Tyrese also has shown the ability to score on the perimeter, create shots for himself in late game situations plenty of times. And so I think that like that aspect of his game is underrated. So I think like, I don't know. It's really hard for me. I think I would take Tyrese.
I think Tyrese being the best passer in the NBA right now is a better advantage than
this is tough.
Anthony Edwards' defensive playmaking.
Yeah, I don't know why I asked the question. I don't even have the answer to it. But it's hard.
Yeah, no, there is no right answer for this question. You can talk me into Tyrese Haliburton because I am a playmaking type of guy. I'm a slut for it. You can give me 20 and 10. Most likely I'm leaning towards you. But at the same time, seeing what Anthony Edwards is doing out of Minnesota Timberwolves, of course, the defense is there, and that's like a huge advantage at his point. But seeing what he's doing, looking into the context, his team's not still, obviously we agree, even though they're playing better, they're not constructed to play towards his strengths. And to see him still, you know what I'm saying, score more points. I'm not sure how his efficiency is looking so far this season, but it's not bad whatsoever. So that's something that I have to add into this conversation as well. But if we're taking out
his efficiency is pretty much the same as it was in previous years. 56% true shooting. Same as last year, same as year before that.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So
which honestly is just kind of just average.
Look at you hating.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's Tyrese is 67%. That's one of the best true shooting percentages among any star in the league.
He's hot as hell right now.
It's a massive gulf in efficiency. Massive.
I know. I think I really can't say anything until I see Tyrese Haliburton in the NBA playoffs. And once I see him go through a series, and if he flops, okay, we obviously know what the answer might be. But I don't think this is still gonna hold well. Him shooting 67%, like that's just not good. That just doesn't feel real, you know. So I have to hold off on those conversations. And
are you telling me
regresses? Even if he regresses, 62% is still elite. So like, I don't know.
Yeah. Wait, Mo, are you telling me that you're not moved by his in-season tournament performances? Are you telling me that the stakes are not high enough?
I saw him dig down my Atlanta Hawks over here in Atlanta. Okay. I saw him strip the point guard title away from Trae Young. We got eviscerated. They put DeJounte Murray on that board. He is great on the ball defender, bro. It didn't fucking matter. Okay, I'm irritated. I was irate. I'm so jealous that
I saw Clint Capella's spine out of his body. Fatality.
Like, it got so bad to the point to where as soon as Tyrese Haliburton touched the ball, we had to send doubles at him in order to throw their entire offense off, bro. And then, of course, it still didn't matter at the end of the day, even though Tyrese Haliburton didn't perform greatly in the fourth quarter. But still, like, he's like that. He moves me. That's why I put him on this list. He deserves all the flowers in the world right now. He's playing like a top, 4-point guard. That's so tough. There's Luka.
He's great.
Steph. There's Dame, of course. Then there's Shea. Oh my God, he may be 5.
Better than Dame.
Yeah, he's been better than
Dame this year.
Dame has been mad this year, but we know he's gonna bounce back. So,
do we?
Yeah. Safe to say he's top 5 for sure.
Does he bounce back to 25 points per game, 12 assists, and 67% true shooting? I don't know. Tyrese is incredible. Let's move on to the next player. Tyrese is amazing.
Yeah.
The next player I want to talk about. Listen, the past few weeks, I've made a concerted effort to not talk too much about the Lakers. I can easily overtake it with too much Lakers talk, and we can end up being a Lakers pod, which is never the goal. Today, we are talking about the motherfucking Lakers. More specifically, we are talking about LeBron James, who...
Get your nut off.
It's weird to say that he's proven people wrong. It's strange to say that he's proven people wrong, because he's arguably the greatest player of all time, second greatest, whatever stance you have on that, but the most respected player of our generation. Nobody, writes him off. But to some extent, people had kind of accepted that he'd entered the twilight of his career. After the playoffs last year, we played with an injured foot. People were like, oh, he just doesn't have that juice anymore. Not the same player. This season started, the first couple of games, came out looking slow. He was on that fake-ass minute restrictions for 2 games where Darvin Ham was like, I want to keep him to 28 minutes. He was clearly making a concerted effort to not do too much, conserve energy. So that kind of, enabled the old man allegations to continue. Since then, the minutes restriction magically disappeared. Game 3 of the season when they need to win.
We knew that was fake.
Fake as hell. He has been on a fucking tear, literally having the most efficient year of his career to this point. The most efficient scoring season of his career at age 38. Still playing like easily a top 10 player. A lot of people that feel the need to be pessimistic have been like, oh, maybe he's a top 15, 20 guy. He has been easily top 10 this year and is legitimately playing at an MVP level, which I think that means he's proving people wrong because he doesn't look washed by any means, I don't think.
You tell me my hot take of him being MVP might be alive?
Listen,
he's not. That's not happening.
It would take a lot to get there. If the Lakers are like the 1 seed, it'd be possible, I suppose. But let's say that did happen. He's playing at a level good enough production-wise that he could be in those conversations, which I don't think a lot of people thought he would do this season.
Can you rattle off the numbers for me? Tell me how efficient LeBron James has been this year.
Let me pull it up.
Because I know you have.
So, his career high in true shooting before this year was .649. Guess what season that was?
I'm going to guess Miami.
2015 or 2013.
Yep, 2013, 2014. Peak Miami, playing next to 2 other stars. It was basically Lob City, open dunks nonstop. This year, his true shooting percentage is .675. Meaningfully higher than that. Which, granted, it's a different game. It's more spacing, so-and-so. Maybe it's not 1-to-1. But listen, he's fucking 39 years old. He shouldn't be the most efficient he's ever been in his career, no matter the circumstances. And especially not when it's still 25 points per game.
Okay.
It's ridiculous. And the way we've gotten here is interesting because the past couple years, he's looked a little worse, I'd say, than his championship year because he's been playing the same style of ball, predominantly ball dominant, and they've had terrible spacing with Russ on the court. They had, Thomas Bryant, all these other guys that just weren't good lineup spacing in the past couple seasons. And this year, he shifted really off ball. He sets a lot more screens than usual, is a pick and pop guy, pick and roll guy, and attacks advantages from that standpoint. They're kind of trying to buy into the fact that they have Austin Reeves, have D'Lo, have Rui, all these guys that can have the ball in their hands. And that's what's enabled LeBron to be like incredible, get back to the highest level of efficiency he's ever had. He's scoring 1.39 points per possession as a pick and roll man, a 75 effective field goal percentage on those shots. He's entering a different stage of his career where he's being used differently in a way that has enabled him to continue to be as effective as he ever has been.
Yeah, they're allowing him to play old man basketball, right? And like,
to an extent, yeah.
Yeah, and so like this idea of like the entire offense being LeBron centric, heliocentric, however you want to look at it, like this is it's funny because this is kind of what everybody has wanted for 2 years, and really this is what LeBron has low-key wanted for the last 6 years. Like since he got to LA, and even like the last 2 years of Cleveland, it's more like, hey, like we have Kyrie here. Let Kyrie, let the kid do whatever he has to do. Right? He gets to LA, Magic tries to bring in all these playmakers to try and get LeBron.
Lance Stevenson and Rondo.
Yeah.
Sick. Oh my God, Rondo, that's so sick.
Lonzo.
Michael Beasley.
It's comical.
Shout out Beasley. I hope he's having a good day. So like they're bringing in all these people because you don't want to have LeBron be everything for the offense. I think the fact that his 3-ball is falling is fantastic, and it's scary because
if shooting 41%, man.
That's what I'm saying. If LeBron, and especially like if LeBron is on the outside, like the most dangerous that LeBron ever is, no matter what age he's been at, what stage in his career, if you get LeBron going downhill into space, that is where he's at his best. That is where he's the most dangerous. And him shooting as great as he is right now allows the Lakers to be spaced out and allows him to move a little bit more and get downhill. And there were points last year where we saw LeBron, like as you were saying, you would see LeBron choose when he wants to run fast and when he doesn't, and when he would just decide to put his head down and when he doesn't. And he has been able to once again manipulate the game and pick his spots perfectly, which is just a testament to his IQ and how to get into his zone, where to go, and this like evolution of the game that happens with a lot of older players. He's doing it once again, and it's crazy to see him doing this.
Bro, he's shooting 82% at the rim right now.
What?
That is stupid.
At the rim. And it's crazy because you mentioned there's times where he decides when to run fast. I think he still does that. They just have such a good game plan that enables him to do that. Because, okay, you know how you mentioned that he's one of playmakers around him, and that's kind of been the downfall in the past couple of years. It's why they traded for Russ to get him off ball. It hasn't worked out because they got the wrong guys. And people always said, are they fucking stupid? Have they not seen the previous 15 years of his career? Do they not realize LeBron plus shooters is the formula? And this year, they did both. They have great spacing, and those spacers can also dribble and create. It's that type of role player that lets him kind of navigate both those situations. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Sorry, something brains out.
Something interesting to go ahead and back you guys. Fantastic points is that to even prove the evolution in his game so far this season at 39 years old, we can all agree, right? He's still the best player. He's still the best player on the Lakers, right?
Yeah,
for sure. With this new game plan, he's taken the least amount of shots that he's ever taken in his entire NBA career. He's shooting about 16 field goals attempts per game. That's ridiculous.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I did.
And to see how efficient he is.
And he's still averaging 26 points per game because he's that efficient.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
On top of taking less shots, he's taken the most amount of assisted shots of his career. Normally, as a rookie, it was the highest amount of assisted shots he's ever taken. 47%. A little under half were assisted. This year, it's at 56%. More of LeBron James' shots are coming from somebody passing to him than him creating. That is crazy. I think about it like they're using him. I think about it as the way that KD was used on the Warriors, where he set a lot of screens for Steph. He was catching the ball and attacking closeouts and still creating with the ball in his hands, but from a point of advantage. It's like that mixed with Draymond in that peak days where he's able to do the short roll stuff and throw lobs to bigs and stuff. That's how they're using LeBron. He's catching and shooting a lot, shooting 41%, attacking those closeouts and still attacking the rim like always, being a way overqualified short roll playmaker. It's that, like Donovan said, it's exactly what you'd want to see from old man LeBron.
Yeah.
At least in half court.
He's
in transition, he's still running. Have you noticed that? In half court, he plays off ball, slow, picks the spots. But every time he gets a rebound, runs a million miles in transition because he can still get fast in that way.
Yeah, he's playing YMCA basketball right now, and it's like it's fantastic. What's his minutes at per
probably
game?
pretty normal,
like 33.9, 34 minutes a game. Yeah.
It's funny though because it's like everybody knew the moment Darvin Ham was like, yeah, we're gonna try and play LeBron 28 to 30 minutes. Like, bro, stop lying to us. Like, we're not dumb, and we know that that's not gonna happen because your team just can't function, and it's just. I think it's very interesting that this team still rides and dies with like LeBron's offense, but they've completely like shifted his offense, which is like Isaac was saying, the formula for LeBron has always been him plus shooters, and we've never really seen this version. I'm very shocked, honestly, that the Lakers have been able to get out to this start with this version of LeBron. Like they're 9-6 right now. I do want to see this, and this is where the quote unquote hating or whatever. They're 7-1 at home, 2-5 on the road. Are they going to be able to win games on the road? Is that going to be a thing, right? Moving for the rest of the season, but that's more like Lakers centric, not like LeBron centric, obviously. But and
I will say they're also playing right now as we're recording this. They're playing Dallas on the second half of back-to-back without their two best perimeter defenders, against Luka and Kyrie. So. They might get stomped out tonight, and some of this will look a little different. But just know we're recording this before that game.
What's the score right now? Let me check it on the score.
56-44. Mavericks are up.
Got it.
Which again, the Lakers are missing Cam Reddish and Vanderbilt, so they have nobody to guard Luka and Kyrie. It's going to be a bloodbath. On the second half of back-to-back, they were never going to win this game.
Yeah, for sure. It is going to be a disaster. Really quick tangent that I want to hop on to when it comes to the Lakers. Of course, we've seen them. Outside of tonight, remember what we just said 30 seconds ago. Crayon eaters, you know what I'm saying? They don't have great attention span, so I just got to reiterate that. The Lakers, along with how LeBron's been playing, it's been great seeing how he's transformed his offense, but it's also been a lot easier to accept this and when they're winning. And also, I would attribute that to guys like D'Angelo Russell stepping up over the last
He's been good.
I'm looking over here. Over the last 8 games, he's been averaging about 18 points per game, shooting 51% from 3 and 51% from the field. Austin Reeves coming off the bench has not transformed his game, but he's, gone back into who he usually is. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Davis still doing Anthony Davis things. So overall, they're clicking, bro. Cam Reddish is useful again. Woohoo! My Cam Reddish propaganda.
Cam Reddish is one that
essential.
Cam Reddish is one of the guys I want to bring up on this list. Cam Reddish has proven me wrong because they signed him and the season started. He wasn't playing good. I was like, God, get this motherfucker off the court. He's been good, man. He's been a legitimately great defender so far this year.
He just needed an opportunity. And listen,
he got so much opportunity. He just sucked ass before.
He just needed a 7th opportunity to show what he can do. That's all he needed. Nobody believed in him. And now he's here.
That video of Anthony Edwards talking about Cam Reddish has single-handedly helped carry his career and the reputation. And I fucking love it, bro. I fucking love it.
No, he's been a good defender. It's to the point where he's been such a good defender that him missing tonight makes me be like, oh, okay, well, Luka's going to eat because they don't have our best defender. All right, man, most of these players we talked about, I think all of them have been in a positive sense. Donovan, as the podcast's consistent source of negativity, give me a negative one.
Is that what I am?
Yes.
100%. Give me somebody who's proved people wrong in the worst way possible. Someone who's been worse than expected.
Everybody except for me, everybody thought that Jordan Poole was going to come out here and light the world on fire. And I told y'all that,
he's lit the franchise on fire.
100%. I told y'all that Jordan Poole would be great at brunch, that he would be a great person in DC nightlife, and that he would light up the city there, but that he would not be a productive member on the basketball floor. And boy, has he been bad this year. Jordan Poole has been terrible, and there's been so many nights. Like, everybody saw the 41-point game in the preseason and was like, oh, you see, the Warriors were wrong for trading him. This is what Jordan Poole can do. He's about to cook. And as everybody saw, I think everybody had their eyes on Jordan Poole last Friday because, listen, a notable Twitter star said that they were going to be in DC, right? A notable baddie said that they were going to be in DC, and everyone was like, "Oh, this is Jordan Poole's time." And this man,
a notable baddie.
Listen, everybody put in their parlays. They said, "Oh, I'm taking the over on Jordan Poole's points." And this man stunk it up. 8 points, right? 8 points. 0 for 4 from 3, I believe. And that has been a microcosm of what has happened this season. He's shooting terribly. He's taken a lot of bad shots. The vibes have not looked great from a lot of the videos that have been circulating social media. And it just hasn't worked out in the way that, like, you haven't gotten the extreme highs that you would think that you would get from Jordan Poole that would kind of offset the lows that you knew that you were going to get. And it's been a lot of lows for Jordan Poole this year. And so he has been, I think a lot of people, he's proved them wrong in terms of being a solid player on the team where he could cook.
There's people in the media, I forgot who. It was a former player podcast. Maybe it was Gil or who, I don't know who it was. There's a lot of those. There's a lot of former player podcasts these days. Yeah. One of them was up there like, he's James Harden. Maybe it was Kevin Garnett actually.
Gross.
Like, he's James Harden. He's like Harden on a new team.
Yeah, it was KG.
And be a star.
It was KG.
What the fuck, man? I'm gonna go through his whole box score, and I'm gonna go stat by stat and look at a comparison from last season, which was a decent year, but a little bit disappointing, right? Coming off the playoff run from the year before that. Last year. Okay, let's go this year. His points per game, down.
Damn.
His personal fouls, up.
Damn.
Turnovers, about the same. 0.2 down, so good for him there. A little bit of improvement. I actually pressed the ad. He has 0.2 more blocks per game. A little bit of improvement. Assist, down.
Damn.
Despite more opportunity. Rebounds, down.
Damn.
Free throw percentage, down.
Damn.
Effective field goal percentage, way down.
Damn.
2-point percentage, way down.
Damn.
2-point percentage, way down.
Damn.
Everything has gotten worse.
It keeps
despite
going.
More opportunities. Everything's just worse besides 0.2 blocks and 0.2 less turnovers. He has completely failed in every sense with a new opportunity given to him. Denny Avdija has been their second best player this year, easily.
Oh my God.
Honestly hilarious. He's not a part of their future if he's going to keep playing like this. He's not going to be a valuable asset because he makes max contract money, so you're not going to flip him for more down the line. What do you do with Jordan Poole at this point? How do you view him if you're a Wizards fan?
You sit down and watch him.
Listen, this is where he plays into the future. You view him as somebody who can help you get the number 1 pick in the draft.
Facts. Tank Commander, Commander-in-Chief, CEO of Commanding.
Exactly. Everybody knew that the Wizards were going to be bad this season. You knew that this is the stage in your franchise that you are at. And you said, we need somebody to secure us the number one pick. We need to go toe to toe with the Detroit Pistons for the number one pick. And they said, oh yeah, get Jordan on the phone. I know this is a job for him. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Get Poole on
Jordan
the phone.
Poole has been absolutely cooking. He has been cooking nothing but poo-poo platters. He's been cooking poo-poo pies. Tonight I watched him put up 24 points. Nice. But you shot 21 times that game, bro. Saw him go ahead and dish out 2 assists. Nice. But you had 3 turnovers. It's absolutely gross. I was over here on the Washington Wizards Reddit late night type shit, 3 a.m. Why was I? I don't know. Didn't ask me those questions, but I was on Washington Wizards Reddit and I saw it get so down bad to a point to where fans are over here talking about, yo, you know what we should do? Go ahead and DM this man engineering jobs. Computer engineering jobs. They're like, yo, we can get him a good salary at 85, 90K a year. They're looking for, they saying, bro, we got a good 401k plan for you. They don't want you part of the organization.
Poo-poo platters. Nah, he's the feces facilitator.
I'm glad he got his money. I really am.
Colonel Kaka.
Colonel Kaka.
Lieutenant Latrine.
All right. That's nasty. But no, man, he's been bad. And I think it's simple and plain. It's a lot of stuff. Listen, when we talk about like the positive players on this pod, there's a lot that we can point to. It's like, yeah, man, like this evolution is this and that. With Jordan Poole, I don't think that it's anything different though. I don't think obviously there is some evolution and it's been negative and like the shooting's been bad and a lot of stuff has been bad, but I don't think that anything is fundamentally different with Jordan Poole. He's always been a very reckless shot taker. He's always been very hot or cold. The only difference was you had Steph Curry opposite of him to make up for a lot of his mistakes, and he wasn't the one leading the charge. And since that playoff run in 22, where everybody was like, oh, he's the next Splash Brother, this and that, you haven't seen Jordan Poole. He was unplayable in playoff series last year because of his inability to make shots, his inability to play defense. His playmaking wasn't up to par. And yeah, so I think this is going to be a problem for Wizards fans. Actually, not a problem because like I said, they want to be in a position to have a high draft pick, but it's not looking good for Jordan Poole and for the Wizards, man.
I want to talk about one more player before we finish this segment up. And, well, first, before I do that, let's acknowledge people that should be on this list for proving people wrong: Karl-Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert, Scotty Barnes. The only reason we're not talking about them is because we talked about them at length over previous episodes. Maybe, especially Kat and Gobert, we had a whole lot of time dedicated to them last week, so we won't rehash that. Clearly proven us wrong specifically and the NBA media at large. Same thing with Scotty Barnes. Didn't take a big leap last year, but this year has been legitimately a star. So they're honorable mentions because they're so obviously on the list.
Yeah.
But last guy I want to talk about is Mr. Alperen Sengun.
Yes!
I think he has been incredible. I think he's a legitimate star, and he is somewhere in the lineage of Domantas Sabonis, Nikola Jokic, all these guys that white centers that NBA coaches are realizing they can be the hub of offenses. He's the newest member of this family, the youngest one there. He's going to join that offensive hierarchy pretty soon. Not Jokic levels, obviously not, but that archetype of player. He has shown this year that he legitimately has the ceiling of being a star level offensive player. And Ime Udoka has shown that you can build a defense around him and not have him tank it. Like, he's fine on that end to the point where he is a highly effective player despite his struggles defensively.
No, man. Listen, Sengun has been crazy. When I watch Sengun, it looks like Jokic and like Georges Niang had a baby. Like it looks like you took Jokic's, like you took his skills and just put it in Georges Niang's body. It's just
made his arm small.
Yeah, he just built a certain way. But nah, he's been fantastic. And everybody who's been watching the Rockets, like even in whatever last season was, has been saying like, please run the offense through Sengun. Like we can't keep giving the ball to KPJ and Jalen Green and letting them play this one-on-one basketball. Like Sengun, good stuff happens. And they have been able to unlock something. They've been able to unlock well, not unlocked, but they've been able to put Jalen Green in promising positions because he's playing more off ball. Like Sengun he's the key. He's the key to Houston and what they're doing right now. Like he's been legitimately fantastic.
Yeah.
I love,
and it's not even just like feed Sengun. It's play through him.
Yeah,
but not in a way that's like throw him the ball in the low post. It's use him as a hub, get him the ball on the short roll, let him do things with it and from points of advantages. Like this year, 67% of his shots are assisted. Last year, it was like 50. So he's not just like throw him the ball down low when he can get his few touches and get it out of the mud. They're running pick and roll with him. He's catching it down low, finishing, hitting the shooters in the corner, hitting Jalen Green to attack closeouts. Whenever he is getting the ball, he's keeping the ball moving, doing his playmaking things. He's shooting 56% from mid-range, which is crazy. Every time you watch him play, it's like teams don't realize he can shoot yet. And he gets off these little like jumpers that he like puts his leg up as if he's leaning back, but they're just jumpers because he has all the space in the world because nobody respects him yet. That'll change soon. It's just flowing through his skill set perfectly without forcing it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
That like Brook Lopez, like push shot floater. Like Sengun has added that. Like he's scoring from everywhere. And now that they have like an actual point guard in there to set him up as well and do everything. Listen, the Rockets have a nice future because of Sengun. Like he's killing it.
I love to hear it, man. This is I love seeing people admit that they are wrong. Isaac, plus 10 respect again, because a couple during the summer, I believe.
Was I wrong?
Were over here saying you literally called him overrated on a podcast. Yeah, you said he was one of the most overrated young players.
He got receipts,
and that's because
I feel like I had a strong opinion about him.
No, you for sure did, and that's because they were comparing him to your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, Nikola Jokic, and you're like, this savage. How dare you compare to Nikola Jokic, and how dare people go ahead and put side by side stat comparisons where they're
Did I
fucking
say he's one of the most
trash
overrated young players?
Yeah, you call maybe not the most overrated young players, but you use the word overrated next to his name. So, you were talking about.
I don't even remember ever thinking that.
It was probably during our overrated, underrated episode because I do remember you saying that he's more Sabonis than Jokic.
Yeah, which like everybody is. Like, Jokic is an unattainable standard.
Yeah,
so like he is, but like I think that's fine because like. The standards for a corner piece of this team, like Sabonis would be a great outcome for a late first round pick. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I do definitely still think he's that. I guess if the point I was making was that Rockets fans think he's Jokic, then sure, in that case he's overrated because nobody's Jokic. That's not a fair standard. But yeah, I think I was rather indifferent to him before because he had a fake coach who just like refused to give him the ball and was just like, KPJ, go cook. And it was the stupidest team I've ever seen. Like it was like the Pistons this year where it's just nonsense.
Yeah.
So I've always thought they need to free him. I guess I was not sure what the ceiling is once he's freed, but now we're seeing it. He can be a low-level all-star for sure and maybe make steps past that.
And you're not the only one who thought like that. At the start of the season, Ime Udoka seemed like they were trying to run through Jalen Green and all them boys and not really have Sengun be the pinnacle, the face of the offense, or at least let shit go by him, But as time has gone on, you see all the little things, smart plays, of course, flashy passes, random mass posters that Sengun does. You have to. They can only be so long to where you deny him and all the positive outcomes that happens whenever he touches the ball, or at least the ball is near him. And so the Houston Rockets running their entire team around him will do them nothing but justice. Dylan Brooks is over here doing good. Fred VanVleet, he's helping organize the offense on a consistent basis whenever Jalen Green does Jalen Green things. So, yeah, man, the Houston Rockets have a bright future. Another young big that I want to talk about and give flowers to, no one really necessarily on this podcast, neither you two were wrong about him because you had no expectations. But me personally, I put ceilings and limitations on just how good this player was on past platforms or whatever. Chet Holmgren. I knew he was going to be good. I knew that he had a for sure ceiling in this league. But to say that he is probably the second best player on a top, 3 to 4 seed Western Conference team is ridiculous. Chet Holmgren right now
so good,
is the rookie of the year. I know we all love Wemby on this podcast, and all that, but the consistency that he's shown, the efficiency that he's shown has been ridiculous. And now, yes, I don't want to act like Wemby isn't put as a disadvantage with Jeremy Sohan and his point guard, and he's playing against playing with like a bunch of random people or whatever. And OKC has a bulletproof blueprint, a clear trajectory towards what their team's gonna look like, and he's already seen. His life is a lot easier. His life is a lot easier than a lot of rookies have been over the last few years. But to see him come in and fill the void and be the rim protector, lead an awesome OKC defense while also being insanely efficient, I don't expect the efficiency to continue this trajectory. But Chet Holmgren's been fantastic, man. Fantastic.
No, he's great. You know what's interesting? When he was drafted, there was a narrative among people that didn't like him that was like, he's too skinny, he can't survive, we got to get him in the weight room, he's not going to be able to handle the NBA physicality and all this bullshit. That kind of disappeared because Wembanyama came into the league, and people were obviously not going to say that about him. Well, some people did, but it was more accepting to have a skinny big because of the presence of Vic. So I say all that to say, he definitely was doubted in his pre-draft process in his first year. So people forgot they doubted him because they stopped caring for other reasons, but he's definitely like that. His size has not been an issue at all. He's a legitimately great rim protector despite that.
The Vic thing, though, like you can kind of, get over that whole narrative with Vic because he's 2 inches taller than Chet, has this 8-foot wings, like as big as Chet is. Victor Wembanyama is taller, he has a longer wingspan, and so you're just like, all right, like you can't really do anything, right? He can block shots without standing up. Chet also has the benefit of, right, he was hurt last year, so he was able to be in NBA circles, train like an NBA player, do all that stuff, put on it because he is bigger than right now than he was whenever he came into the league, and it's like
naturally,
yeah. And so like he is now able to be in a position where the size is a little bit less of an issue. And listen, when we were doing our top centers, I told y'all, I put Wemby at 14. I put Chet at 15. I said they're already better than half the centers in the league. And Chet is like that. Chet is like that. For the Thunder last season to have as good of a defense as they did without a legitimate rim protector, and now they have Chet who is mobile, who can do things offensively and defensively at a high level and fill one of the extreme needs that they had. Their ceiling this year is extremely high. And so,
incredible.
So I think, Chet's been fantastic. Like Mo said, right now, he would be my rookie of the year. And man, shout out Chet.
Yeah, I think he's easily a top 10 center right now. Like we were doing a top 10 centers list. Like the back half of the top 10, we were like Ayton, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure.
Dominating another guy. And I don't know who he proved wrong outside of himself. Because he came out and called himself dominating. And he's out here setting screens on nobody, right? He's averaging a measly 12 and 10 on a team that is bad. This is your
prime
time.
Kendrick Perkins numbers, bro. God damn.
This is your time to be scoring 25 and 12. Even Devin Booker took a shot at him the other day. And Devin Booker was like, he was like, yeah, man, it's good that, I see him. He's playing hard. Hopefully he can keep that up. And it's like, he should be.
He didn't even say that. He didn't say,
say?
Hopefully keep it up. He said, I challenge him to do that every night.
True. Yeah, what a shot.
Forward.
What a shot. What a shot. The fact that Ayton isn't out here being dominating, that should be a disappointment to himself. But maybe like Mo said a long time ago, his goal was only to get a second contract, and he got it. So for him, everything else is gravy. He's chilling. He's out here collecting checks.
Yeah, he's 25 and 12 is never going to be a thing. He doesn't have the scoring back to ever hit that level of scoring. Like, he's not the rim threat needed to ever have that be a thing. But listen, 20 and 12? Why not? Like, where's the competition?
Exactly.
Granted, that team has 2 point guards, Scoot Henderson, Anthony Simons, both of which have been hurt. Now they have Malcolm Brogdon as more of a combo guard, being their lead guard. Team's a shit show with nobody to feed him. And he's just not the type of player that is going to just get out the mud creating for himself. He needs to have a competent point guard to set him up, and he doesn't have that. So,
and that's what
it's not entirely his fault.
That's what he was asking for. He was like, bro, just give me the ball in the low post, let me cook. And now you have a chance to cook, and you don't want to.
I need competent players around you.
Fam, listen, it's you and Robert Williams. And Robert Williams is out for literally everybody on that team is hurt. And you are the only one. You're the only one who has been in the league for a while. It's you and Jeremy Grant. And if Jeremy Grant, he gets the opportunity, where's he do? Jeremy Grant's like, I'm gonna shoot the ball. I'm getting my shots off. Ayton does not want to do that.
Yeah, but listen to yourself. It's a team with him and Jeremy Grant. Like, that's not good offense. Like,
man.
It's not good offense. It's very hard to be a big and just get out the mud like that unless you're like Joel Embiid, Jokic, someone who has that ball handling ability. It's pretty tough to just figure. You can't. It's not just like more shots, 12? More points. Like
12?
It's hard.
12 points? Come on. Come on.
Yeah, 12 is pretty embarrassing, man.
He hasn't been good at all.
No, man.
Ooh-wee. Is it that time of the year? Is it that time of the podcast? Is it TikTok time? Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is dropping the day probably after Thanksgiving. I'm out the hood. I'm back in the burbs. This is my first TikTok time in the burbs in forever. Ladies and gentlemen, Crayon Eaters, rejoice. Let's do this shit. This TikTok time is going to feel so nostalgic.
That had nothing to do with the setup. He just wanted to let you guys know. I'm not broke right now. I had to. Okay, I'm set up.
Let it be known. Let it be known. He's going back to the hood next week. This is the one week hiatus.
Damn, man.
He's vacationing in the burbs.
He had to burst my bubble. Damn.
As always, we're going to start with the draft. Today, we're going to get back to doing a lineup draft. Last week, we did a player. We're going to get back to our roots a little bit. And that's going to be a draft of only players whose name starts with the letter A. First names.
Current?
All time.
All time?
All time.
Okay.
Yeah, so anybody, Antoine, Anthony, Adrian, anything like that. Let's draft NBA lineups with only players whose first name starts with the letter A.
All right. I'm starting mine off with the Hall of Famer. Give me the answer, Allen Iverson.
Oh, okay.
Solid.
I was hoping you didn't pick him, since you did. First pick, give me Anthony Davis.
Knew you were going to do that. Okay.
When the versatile big up front.
Cool. I guess that leaves me with Anthony Edwards.
Okay.
Damn. 80
I would have waited a little bit to pick him.
Yeah, for sure. But I didn't do no research. I'm cooked.
Oh, my God.
Anthony Davis, damn, off the boards. Allen Iverson off the boards. That fucking hurts. My soul. So
where are you going?
To round off, go ahead and give me Amari Stoudemire.
Okay. Nice.
I'm going to get a wing scorer. Give me Adrian Dantley.
Who the hell is that?
30 point per game for multiple years.
You got to do your homework.
Who the hell is Adrian Dantley? No one knows who he is but you.
That's not true.
He's a Hall of Famer.
That's not true.
What position did he play?
Small foot, this man. Stop talking.
Come on. Anyways. Okay, so I have Allen Iverson at my 1. At my 2, give me Alex English.
Fuck, I was gonna pick him next. Good pick.
Damn, okay.
And then
I wanted to pair him and Dantley so bad.
And then at my 5, give me Alonzo Mourning.
Good pick. I have 2 scores. I'm gonna get a complimentary player there. Give me Andre Iguodala with a 3.
I needed that defense.
Okay.
Yep. I need that defense. Damn. Okay. Cool. So far I have Anthony Edwards and I also have Amari Stoudemire. That's solid. So now this is where the draft gets kind of nasty, huh? This is where it gets nasty.
There's a lot of good players left.
Is there really?
You would have had to just attempted to do research beforehand.
And this is where I failed myself. Anyways, go ahead at my 3. Give me Andre Kirilenko. AK-47.
Okay.
Damn, that's a good pick.
That's good.
One of the better role players you can find in here.
Yeah, give me AK-47. And then at my point, go ahead and give me Anthony Simons.
Damn, that's a good pick for spacing.
Okay.
I also need spacing. I also need more defense. Give me Al Horford to pair Anthony Davis.
Oh my God.
Need a 3-and-D big.
You got the Dominican man. I wanted him on my team.
Nope.
Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna kind of have a modern but old school lineup. We're gonna slide Allen Iverson to the 2. We're gonna put Alex English at the 3. Because at my 4, I'm gonna go small and take Andrew Wiggins. And at my 1,
Don't do it.
I'm gonna take Anthony Penny Hardaway.
Ooh, I forgot his name was Anthony. That's a good steal.
Yes, sir.
You know what? I'm glad you didn't pick who I wanted. You can have Anthony. I got a lot of scoring. I got a lot of defense. Give me someone who led the league in assists. Andre Miller at my point guard.
Oh, you got an old man point guard. That's good. That's good.
Got a steal.
That's good. Bounce passes galore. Chest passes, just like they teach at the YMCA.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good stuff.
Bounce passes galore. That's hard as hell.
He's throwing lobs off the bounce to Anthony Davis.
Exactly. No he's around here. Just right there on the numbers.
Right to my 30-point per game scores. We're good.
That's good.
I love that shit. I love that shit. All right. So far I have Anthony Simons, Ant-Man, and then I have Amari Stoudemire.
And Kirilenko.
Oh, Kirilenko too. Forgot about
Who you closing it out with?
Damn. Okay, so Amari's going to be
Can
at
I
my
interest
4.
you in one, Avery Bradley?
AK-47.
Bro, just take Anthony Bennett and keep it moving.
Woo!
He's still there.
He is.
Bro, Avery Bradley used to give folks hell. I love that pick. Give me Anthony. What's his name? Avery Bradley. There we go.
The first time
Anthony,
you
I
took
was like,
my
wait.
suggestion.
I was like, Anthony, wait. No, give me Avery. It's so hard.
do
For
any
the first
research.
time in draft history, you picked the dude I said pick.
Yeah.
Because he didn't do any research.
Man.
There's so many better players, but
He had
go
no
ahead.
other names.
No, my fit is beautiful.
Is it?
Yeah. I got
What's the team?
Anthony. I got Avery, Ant-Man, AK-47, and Amari. This team is nice.
It's a solid team for having no prep. You could have did better, but not terrible.
No prep mode.
I respect it.
What do you have, Isaac?
I have Andre Miller, Adrian Dantley, Andre Iguodala, Anthony Davis, Al Horford.
Listen,
Man.
in 2006, you are cooking.
That's how
Facts.
quick it today.
This is nice. That's nice. All right, I have Anthony Simons. I have Anthony Penny Hardaway, Allen Iverson, Alex English, Andrew Wiggins, and then Alonzo Mourning at my 5. It's not bad.
Yeah,
Andrew
you didn't have to
Wiggins.
pick Wiggins. You could have picked
I
somebody else
did
there.
it. I did it. I really wanted Kirilenko, and Mo took him, and I was like, all right, we'll just get another like wingy type 4. We'll just play small. It was either Andrew Wiggins or Al Jefferson.
Al Jefferson. Oh,
it was either
man.
Al Jefferson or Al
crazy.
Harrington.
I met Al
Now the
Jefferson one time.
defense
It's
with
crazy.
Horford, Anthony Davis, Iguodala is crazy. That's a crazy trio of
No,
defenders.
that's a nice lineup.
Yeah. So my
I
five.
don't know if the TikTok comments will understand, but we'll see.
Yeah, my 5 is Anthony Simons, Avery Bradley, Ant-Man, AK-47, and Amari Stoudemire.
You have a couple really good defenders and then a really weak 1 and 5 defensively. So I don't know. I can't tell how good of a defense that is.
Listen, man.
Listen,
AK-47 is
somebody
there,
put
Ant-Man
these teams
there.
into 2K. Put these teams into 2K. Let's see who's winning.
Who is Adrian
I'm gonna
Dantley?
be cooking, bro. Yeah, you have a 1945 ass team. No one cares.
He played in the 90s. That's funny. All right, man. Next video we're gonna do something that we're supposed to do last week, but honestly I forgot to do it. You guys are gonna guess NBA players based on their 2K stats.
Okay, let's
This
go.
should be
Like
fun.
by their like 2K rating or
No, by individual statistics.
Oh,
So you have to guess who the player is, and you see it on the screen right now.
okay, I see.
So guess the NBA player based on these 2K attributes. First off, who we got?
okay,
85 3-pointer,
shooter.
90 driving dunk, passing accuracy 74, and perimeter
Can't
defense
pass, though.
83.
Can't really pass.
You don't
This
be
is-
passing like that. You can let
This
that motherfucker
this
fly.
feels like somebody who should be an elite 3-and-D wing, but low key isn't though because of their perimeter defense. The silhouette, Isaac, are these silhouettes like actually the
No,
player?
no, it's just one silhouette.
Okay, I was
No,
about
okay,
to say
It's all
this
the
is-
same.
I was about to say this is a white man silhouette.
Exactly.
White man with a driving dunk of 90. There's only a couple of those.
That's why I
Okay.
need a clarification.
So this has to be a guard. Perimeter defense is that high. Driving dunk, 3-point. Yeah, it has to be a guard. So what guard are we leaning towards, Donovan?
I don't know. Listen, there's a lot of players in the league. Can we know what conference this player's in?
Western Conference.
Western Conference. So it's definitely not Desmond Bane. Passing accuracy is gonna be
Desmond
high.
Bane with a 90 driving dunk, slapping
Yeah,
that
no.
bitch.
Yeah, T-Rex arms. No, definitely not Desmond Bane.
Just
Can't be no Jalen Green. It's
every
not gonna
dunk is
be
an elbow dunk.
Can't be Shea. Hell no, it's not Clay.
Yeah, I don't.
You guys give up?
Who is this kid? Hold on.
We got to get one guess off in the Western Conference.
Yeah, try. Just not even saying names.
Yeah, let me look at it. I gotta look at Western Conference teams right now for these fucking names to jump off in my head. Oh, could this be Anthony Edwards?
That's what I was thinking.
This is Anthony Edwards.
There we go. There we go.
Love it. You guys got that one.
Hard.
Next up, who is this player?
Free throws 79, passing accuracy is 98, strength 72, weak as hell. Offensive rebound 59. Damn.
This is
a lot of players. Passing accuracy is 97 though. Honestly, I think I know who this is. What do you want to say though, Donovan?
I low-key feel like this is. Could this be Ricky Rubio?
Ricky Rubio at 98? No. He's not Magic Johnson.
Give me the modern day Ricky Rubio. Give me the slob wizard Josh Giddey.
This is not Josh Giddey.
Damn! The slob let me down. This is not Josh.
No, it's not Josh Giddey.
Pass accuracy 98. We got to think of the best passers in the league, but not strong though.
Free throw 79. That's kind of weak.
Are we thinking? We thinking what? Like a? Well, he's a good free throw shooter. I was thinking about maybe Darius Garland, but he's a.
No, not Darius.
You guys give up?
Not Darius. I almost wanted to say Trey Young, but his free throw is going to be higher. He's not shooting 79%.
Let's see.
Think about who are the best passers in the league who aren't particularly good at free throws. It's very clear.
Oh, could this be fucking? Oh wait, I was going to say Ben Simmons, but nah. This could be honestly. No, this can't be Draymond Green. He's strong as hell. Y'all see the way he choked out Rudy Gobert? Can't be him either.
88 strength.
He's strong.
Yeah, can't be Luka. This can't be LeBron. Strong as fuck.
You ran out of time. You said can't be Luka. This is Luka Doncic.
What?
72 strength?
72 strength? They hoeing his ass.
They're bugging.
He's a point guard.
Bro, he's a big ass point guard though.
I guess.
He's strong as hell.
All right, next up. Who is this player?
97 ball handling, interior defense 82, intangibles 60, and 3-pointer 85. Ball handling 97. He be dicing this motherfucker up.
Intangibles 60. Okay, intangibles being 60 just means that they have to be like terrible vibes. With the 85 3-pointer?
The intangibles.
Is this?
Yeah, this player.
Okay. Oh, no. Who has terrible vibes but still can low key? They can still low key hoop. Is this James Harden?
Interior defense 82 though.
He's underrated.
This is James Harden.
He's underrated. His post defense. His post defense is underrated. Vibes.
Nah, he's stocky. He's strong.
That's what I'm saying. Vibes at an all-time low though.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro.
Honestly, 60 is a little bit high for intangibles, but everything else makes sense.
The interior, bro, we let like 5 plays over the last 2-3 years like curse us.
Nah,
and
he's
be like, yo, interior defense is hard.
He's
like
like that.
He's stocky.
Yeah.
On the perimeter, listen, perimeter defense is much lower, but interior defense, he's good for his position.
That is so weird, bro.
No, you can do that.
All right, next up, who is this player?
81 3-pointer, block is 92, passing IQ 59, and hustle is 90. Oh, man. I was going to say, this might have PJ Tucker written all over it, but the block might be too high.
Who's a big block candidate?
Someone who can shoot 90 hustle, but has low IQ. This has Dylan Brooks right all over it. Is this Dylan Brooks?
No, Dylan Brooks does not have a 92 block.
Yeah, that's clear.
He's not an elite rim protector.
We're thinking big men. I think, is this... Actually, you know what? I'm going to take this guess. Is this Jaren Jackson Jr.?
This is not Jaren Jackson Jr.
Okay.
That's what I don't think. I wrote these like last week, so I'm trying to pull them up real quick so I can see it on my iPad.
That's hilarious.
So I can know who these
See,
people are.
59 IQ is crazy as hell. Like 90 hustle, 50 IQ speaks volumes.
59 pass IQ means you're just like, you don't know what to do with the ball in your hands at all.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think that's
that?
Jaren Jackson Jr. I almost see this has like this is the Jalen Suggs build right here. Honestly, IQ is higher.
81 3-point though. Come on.
81 is a little bit too high. You're right about that.
It's a bit much. We're thinking about this is a 90 hustle is crazy though. They're just
That
running
is
around.
crazy.
They're just running around tricking people.
Running around
So I
tricking
don't-
people.
Yeah,
Damn.
I don't know where to go. What
Okay, pull
conference?
it up
Can we
now
get a
so I can see.
conference?
This player is in the Western Conference.
Hmm.
And this
No,
is
what type of players have low IQ?
Okay.
the
Don't
West-
answer that
Defensive
racistly. Young players.
So it's about to go some places.
no.
Racistly.
Young players.
Young players with low IQ. Okay, so they gotta be okay. So this is a newish player. Could this be? This can't be Chet Holmgren.
This can't be. This is Chet Holmgren.
He's
Wow.
59 IQ.
This
Is
can
so
be exactly him.
disrespectful. That's so
This is
disrespectful.
a young player.
They're disrespectful to my guy. Come on.
59 IQ.
It's just pass IQ.
Pass
Okay.
IQ. Okay.
Okay.
But still,
Yeah, not in
I
general.
guess still.
yeah, that's disrespectful. Still,
All right, next up. Who is this player?
3-point,
Okay,
80, driving layup 92, strength 61, defensive consistency 30. They don't play
30.
no damn defense. Damn.
Listen,
Any
they're
week?
weak. They're weak. They don't play defense. They can drive to the basket. I think that this might be LaMelo Ball.
Ooh.
This is not LaMelo Ball. He damn sure doesn't have a 92 driving layup.
Okay, could this be Jordan Poole?
This is Jordan Poole.
Oh, there you go. Defensive consistency sold me with that.
92.
Yeah,
Listen,
92
he can
is
spin that
interesting.
bitch off the backboard, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
layup lines. Is this from last year? What are we doing?
No, but getting to the rim is like the only good thing he does offensively.
Yeah, this screams for sure. Strength 61, accurate. 3-point accurate.
All right, next up, who is this player?
Perimeter
Perimeter
defense
defense.
55. Free throw 64. This person sucks.
Block 56, durability 60. Damn, who are you? And why are you in the league? Is this
Okay. Can't
me?
Okay, let's see. Can't shoot free throws. Can't defend on the perimeter. Can't block anybody. Always hurt.
Listen, you're describing somebody.
Can't a bad defender who's always hurt?
So block 56 is kind of high.
They
Free throw
can't
percentage.
shoot free throws. You got to think
He
about
has to be a big.
is this? No way, no. But the perimeter defense is too low.
He has
it's
to be
too
a
low.
big for sure. He has to be
Because
a big.
listen, I wanted to take a shot, but I'm not
Take
gonna
the
do
shot.
it.
Take the shot.
There's no way this could be Ben Simmons.
No, it's not Ben Simmons.
That's what I'm
He's
saying.
a great defender.
Yeah.
That's
I
all.
was gonna say this could be Cat, but the free throw is way too low.
Yeah, Cat's a shooter. No way is that low.
Damn. Okay. So if it's not Cat, could this be someone
This
like?
is tough.
Damn,
This
this
is
is
tough. Who's
tough.
always
What
hurt?
conference is he in?
West. You guys should know this one.
I'm blanking right now.
Could this
Always
be?
blanking.
Could this be Zion Williamson?
This is Zion Williamson.
Oh my God! You made it look
There
like
we go.
trash.
There
Oh my gosh!
There we go.
It's sad because all those are facts. And he's still somehow fucking superstar. Could be one. It's ridiculous. He just breaks all
Listen,
the
you take
rules.
away all the stuff he does good and look at only this stuff. Crap.
Okay.
That's great. All right, that's the end of that segment. That's hilarious. Next thing we're going to do Oh Reliable, a tier list.
Lit.
And this time we're going to get back to something we started a couple weeks ago when Kenny was on the pod. We're in position by position, and we're going to tier list today shooting guards.
Let's
So
do
I got
it.
10 of them laid out. Should be good. You know, we'll see where these shooting guards stand in comparison to each other. Some are the best in the league, some less so. We got a good little variety.
Let's run it.
Let's put these NBA shooting guards into a tier list. First off, Devin Booker.
S tier. He's the best shooting guard in the league right now.
For
Yeah.
now, for sure.
Pretty,
You are-
I think pretty easily so.
You're trying to push this agenda right now. I'm trying to give Devin Booker his props. Let's put him in that tier.
Yeah, relax.
You know what? This is a rare sighting right here. You give me Devin Booker props, I gotta be in my.
I'm
props. Go
trying.
ahead.
I'm trying.
S tier.
I'm trying.
This isn't an aura competition. Devin Booker's still the best.
Yeah, Devin Booker's been killing it over the last few years. He's, I think, at times he can look like the best player on the Phoenix Suns. Most of the time, in my opinion, he probably is the best player on the Phoenix Suns. That says a lot because you have Kevin Durant, who's still at pretty much the prime of his powers. Not peak, but he's still prime KD. And so improving his defense, the passing is there, being asked to be the point guard. He's elite, man. He's elite. He deserves this.
No, yeah, he's earned his way into top 10 conversations, and none of these other players have. Next up, let's keep it on topic. Anthony Edwards.
He's an A tier. He's, as you like to say, Isaac, quintessential A tier. He's still ascending. He has to go ahead and prove a lot more things still, and have that. He has to have a run of being elite before we officially confirm that he is like one of the most elite players in the NBA. So yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't earned his way into S yet. He's not in the top 10 player conversation. Booker's still a notch above, but one more elite playoff run, he might be knocking on those doors.
We can't avoid those conversations any longer. Once March, April, June comes along. I said June. He ain't playing in the finals, but you know what I mean.
He's on the cusp. We'll say that.
Yeah.
Next up, Klay Thompson.
We got to put him in D. We have to put
D?
him He is washed. Have you seen Klay Thompson lately?
Yeah, he's taking a lot of jumpers, not making a lot of jumpers, not playing a lot of good defense. One of the reasons why the Warriors are struggling.
He just takes the most irrational three-pointers. Like, I get it, you're solidified in history as one of the greatest three-point shooters of all time, but it's like he can't read the room and like not know when to swing that bitch. He just pulls at any moment in time. Just pull. It's not your game, man.
He's in that 2018 Carmelo stance right now where he's having a hard time recalibrating who he is as the player. We'll see if he can adjust, but right now it's not looking great. We're going D?
Yeah, we're going D.
D is tough.
D it is. Tough, man. All right, next up, Donovan Mitchell.
Ooh, Donovan Mitchell has to be.
We got to go S tier.
An 8. Ooh, S tier?
We got to go S? Is it A or S?
I think
That's
we have
tough.
to go S. I don't feel like Devin Booker should be standing alone though. I think that Donovan Mitchell has also proven that he's also proven to be a riser in the playoffs.
Definitely.
He's had several good performances. He's played well to start this season. Last year with the Cavs, he was fantastic. I think he's easily the second best shooting guard in the league right now.
I think that's fair. I think he's better than Anthony Edwards. I think
sure.
he deserves to be in a tier above Anthony Edwards right now.
100%.
Yeah.
Just for now.
Yeah, for now. But as of lately, it's what have you done for me recently type of league, and it's not all his fault. But I just witnessed someone like Devin Booker go to the NBA Finals a couple years ago, and Anthony Edwards was a first round exit, just like Donovan Mitchell. So it's like, what's the difference? But at the same time, I know at the end of the day, I trust Donovan Mitchell more in a close game series or to lead my team or whatever, because he's done it for a lot more years. And so, yeah, Donovan Mitchell being an S tier, these are two best shooting guards.
He's earned it. Donovan Mitchell,
gap, for sure.
Almost every time he's on a stage that is games that matter, he performs. He deserves it.
You know exactly what you're getting. You can count
Next
on
up,
him.
Zach LaVine.
B tier.
This season, he's a C. I think
Does
him at
he
his best
deserve
is a
B
B.
right now?
That's true. Listen, I'm letting the hype get to me. I'm letting the trade rumors get to me. Yeah. We'll put
He
him
hasn't
at
been
C.
playing. Nobody on the Bulls has been playing good enough to be above C in any tier list they're going to be in.
All right. C
He's
it
a
is.
Bulls tax. C.
Yeah, but we know he's better than a C, though. Like, this is not going to be who he is, like, throughout this entire
Prove it.
course of the season.
Do we know? Do we know?
Do
for
it
sure?
again.
Listen, you tell me to prove it, and I'm pretty sure they just lost to OKC, and this
They did.
man, Zach LaVine, put
He
up.
wasn't playing.
Oh, he wasn't playing. Oh, yeah, you're right. He wasn't playing. Damn.
Yeah, he sat out today.
Damn.
All right, next
Tragic.
up, Desmond Bane.
He's been hooping.
B tier?
But his team is ass.
I think he's firmly B. He's been better than Zach LaVine this year for sure, but he's not pushing A tier or anything like that.
Yeah, I think B
Yeah.
is fucking perfect for him. Playmaking is taking a leap. He's a great scorer.
What do you call
him,
him, Isaac? Geodude?
Yeah, Geodude.
Respect Geodude.
Shout out Geodude. This is a Geodude respecting household.
Yeah.
In this house, we respect the T-Rex. Next up, Austin Reeves.
He's a C, for sure. He's
Yeah.
perfect C player.
He
He's not B.
He hasn't been amazing this season.
He's definitely not B. I mean, is he as good as Zach LaVine, despite Zach LaVine's struggles? Who's he closer to, Klay Thompson or Zach LaVine?
Zach LaVine.
Really?
I think Klay Thompson has been bad this year. So if anything, we might, for future shooting guards, we might have to move Klay Thompson down. But I think
Oh,
that,
No,
Thompson
man, you're
can't be
crazy.
but guys, we need to have conversations, and he needs to have conversations within himself.
Next up, Jalen Green.
Oh,
good.
man.
He's been better than Klay Thompson.
Has he? He hasn't been particularly good.
Guys, Klay Thompson is not good right now.
Klay is a determining factor for you. It's crazy.
I mean, Jalen Green can't be in the same tier as Zach LaVine. Can he be C?
See, this shit is messed up because Zach LaVine is a C, to be honest with you. He don't belong
So we got to
there.
move him up?
Yeah, we need to move Zach LaVine up, I feel like.
Okay.
He's only averaging 21 on not particularly good efficiency.
That's what I'm
Got
saying.
it.
Like, there's no way in hell Jalen Green's in the same tier as that. And also, Austin Reeves doesn't belong to be in next to the same conversations as Zach LaVine. So, I think C is perfect for Jalen Green. He ain't moving the needle.
I think Jalen Green should probably be D.
D?
He's been better than Klay. I think
You hate Klay. This all comes back down to Klay.
Exactly. Klay has nothing to do with this damn.
we're talking about putting him in the same tier. I think
Bro, Jalen Green has an effective field goal percentage of 46%. He's not good either.
Klay Thompson is not good either.
Okay, I think Jalen Green, we're holding way too much time on Jalen Green. I think Jalen Green is probably D.
D it is.
No, I'm not rocking with you guys. But
He just dropped 34 tonight too. Damn.
Good for him. Tyler Hero.
He probably deserves to be in C.
He's been hooping when he's on the floor.
Yeah.
C or B.
You guys are not. Let's go B. Let's give him some respect.
Tyler Hero's been good. And listen, Zach LaVine would be B, but again, Bulls tax, so that's why it looks weird.
Bulls tax.
Nobody on the Bulls can be above C in any tier list. It's the rules. Lastly, DeJounte Murray.
He's having the best year of his career so far. Even though he just sold the Atlanta Hawks last night against the Indiana Pacers with a dumbass layup, he's honestly been hooping as if he's B tier. He's B tier.
Yeah, I think he's fair.
Okay. Cool.
He doesn't have the Bulls tax. He's better than Austin Reeves. I think he deserves B.
Yeah.
I'm good. With that.
Yeah, he's definitely not A tier whatsoever. That's not his game, not his bag whatsoever. Not the face of a
Certainly
franchise.
not.
But he's a great complimentary player.
Yeah. I like this. So S tier, we got Devin Booker and Mitchell. A tier, Anthony Edwards. I think that fits.
Yeah.
And then all these other guys below.
Yeah.
It's just funny seeing Zach LaVine at C, but what are you going to do? Bulls are a mess.
Solid.
It's y'all fault, man.
Good job on us. We've done it again.
Don't associate me with this list.
The perfect tier
Again.
list. We did it, Joe. All right, that's the end of that. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to get a little basketball-y. We're going to talk about old school NBA players and their modern day comparisons.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Real simple. Who is this NBA player's modern day comparison? Allen Iverson.
Ooh.
Oh, man. See, I'm
very-
thinking of
this is
play
very-
style wise, probably Kyrie Irving.
Okay,
But-
that's an easy one with the dribbling. It makes sense.
Yeah. Super easy.
I don't know. Listen, Allen Iverson is one of one. Nobody's like Allen Iverson. Okay. We respect the
Man.
answer on this podcast.
You put Darius Garland back in them with Philadelphia. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to disrespect.
What is he doing?
that.
What is he doing? What is he doing, Mike?
I'm just kidding.
Listen.
Just kidding.
If Tyrese Maxey averages 28 the rest of the season, there might have to be clone conversations in Philadelphia. That's all.
All right, we're getting disrespectful.
Man.
No, I guess Kyrie's the best answer.
Yeah, Kyrie's the most obvious clear-cut answer. There's no way around it. Mid-range.
Yep. Next up, Steve Nash.
Listen, we talked about it earlier. Tyrese Haliburton might have to be him.
You give Steve Nash a super soldier serum, give him 5 more inches of height, a little more athleticism, you see Tyrese Haliburton.
Yeah, so just not Tyrese Haliburton at all. Nice. Yeah.
No, I mean, obviously people say Trae Young a lot. I think Trae Young clearly doesn't have the efficiency to be in the same conversations as Steve Nash. Tyrese does.
I think as soon as Trae Young gets back to the 45% range instead of the fucking Raymond Felton 38% range that he's been on,
Will he get back to that?
then
Here's
he
the question.
can be in these conversations. I hope.
Are you saying he's skinny Raymond Felton? That's crazy.
Wow.
He's light-skinned Raymond
that
Felton.
That is crazy.
You don't have a belly for that. You don't have the belly yet.
That is crazy.
All
But
right,
yeah,
all right.
man. Listen. Haliburton has the Pacers just like those mid-2000 Suns where they're just running up and down, scoring at will. Like even the offenses and the situations are the same because of them. So yeah, I'm gonna go Steve Nash, Haliburton. I like that.
Next up, Dwayne Wade.
I think the easy answer or people want to say Donovan Mitchell, But I think Anthony Edwards is the answer right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely a
not
better
perfect,
answer.
though.
D. Mitch is too off the dribble shooting oriented, I think. I think he's kind of moved away from that slashing primarily.
Yeah, D-Mitch is way too... He's an elite shooter, to be honest with you, on all levels of the court. There's no form of shooting that he can't do. Anthony Edwards is a good comparison, but still not perfect. D-Wade was just so unique.
Yeah, that speed is hard. It's hard to replicate that speed.
Yeah. I mean, listen, D-Wade is, again, he's a one of a kind. But I think when you talk about like shot profile, Ant's getting it in, and dang, when you talk about shot profile, Anthony Edwards, he's scoring in the mid range, and I like the defensive component as well, where he's he's not like an elite defender, but when he wants to lock in, he can be a very, very good defender at his position, just like D-Wade.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a good one. Carmelo Anthony.
This is so.
Listen, nobody plays like him anymore.
Yeah, the style's been phased out a little bit, but who's the modern version? Like what Carmelo? Who's the modern version that looks like what Melo would look like if he came up today?
Shit, Michael Porter Jr. Never swinging that bitch and just straight pulling. Yeah, it could be him.
Nah, he's way too stiff. Doesn't have the versatility in the mid range.
Who's like that? Honestly, Kevin Durant.
Nah.
Kevin Durant's his
He was in his era. I would say
someone
like, I think a better comparison could
We're
be
just talking
someone
about
like
all-time greats here. That's all I'm doing.
someone with that power who likes to get back down in the post and has a quick step, but is just a mismatch hell. Could be like Paolo Banchero.
I was thinking that too. But he doesn't have the shooting touch of Melo at all, and he's more powerful. So it's not the best comparison, but that might be the best one that we have in the league right now.
Yeah, definitely the closest.
He's like a concoction of like if you took the best parts of Jason Tatum and the best parts of Paolo Banchero and kind of did a little love child. That's Melo.
Well, so that's 2018 Blake Griffin. Nice.
What the fuck?
It is.
Yeah. Hard to find a good one for Melo today.
Yeah.
All right, next up, Charles Barkley.
Ooh,
listen,
man.
I'm going to be lazy. Just give it to Zion. You know why? I don't even have to explain why.
Because he likes to eat. And he's small?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yes, that's why.
Listen, they call Charles Barkley the round mound of rebound. I'll leave it there.
Greatest nickname of all time.
Yeah. But no, Zion does play like him in terms of being the undersized guard that's explosive, finishing at the rim. Zion's the easy pick here.
Yeah, for sure. He's the only
Is there anybody
real
else in this
combination.
mold?
There's no one else in his mold, really.
So what, Julius Randle's like the poor
Gross.
man's version?
Hell no.
Not even.
Disrespectful.
The broke version?
Disrespectful to Charles Barkley. Hell no.
He's the afterpay Charles Barkley.
Afterpay.
we got Charles Barkley on layaway.
We got Charles Barkley at home. That's hilarious, bro. We got Charles Barkley at home as Julius Randle. Hell nah.
That's hilarious. All right, next up, Jason Kidd.
Ooh.
Interesting one. Big guard who can play defense and pass, finish a little bit, not the strongest shooter.
Man.
Who we thinking about, Mo?
I want to say Lonzo Ball, but he don't play basketball no more.
R.I.P. Those knees are in a better place.
Okay, there you go.
Are they?
Good save.
Well, I guess.
Who is this?
Yeah, Who we thinking about?
It's not the best compare. You said Lonzo, maybe LaMelo, but very different. Not the strong defender and a better shooter, so it's not the same. But big guard who can be a passer.
Yeah, no, there's no perfect comparison for Jason Tatum or Jason Kidd right now.
Maybe if Drew Holiday was an elite passer, it could be him. Which would make him an entirely different player.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You're the same thing again. Yeah, Jason Kidd was insanely unique. Like, there's no other NBA player right now that could thrive with his skill set. Maybe you could say, I want to say Josh Giddey, but he don't play that fucking type of defense. So it's like...
Maybe Cade Cunningham's the closest one?
The athleticism is just like what separates them.
Yeah.
But
listen, Cade shoots a lot more. Not super well, but he shoots more threes, but product of his era. I think if Jason Kidd came up today, he'd probably look a little more like Cade.
Okay.
Can we say Yeah. Okay. Let's do
Just way better at everything though.
Yeah, let's run that.
Okay. Next up, Larry Bird.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know why is this so funny.
This picture is just so crazy of Larry Bird. He's just so like
creepy as hell.
He's just so 1980s like Midwest white man. It's ridiculous.
In this photo, he looks like shellless Mr. Krabs. Like I just imagine him straight slob.
We're just roasting Larry Bird now.
That's what I'm saying. Like I just see him in his like in his Wrangler jeans going to like work at like a car factory or something like that. It's crazy.
Oh yeah. No.
Let's see.
Okay, so Larry Bird, modern day comparison.
There's only one answer here, guys.
Who is it?
Nikola Jokic is 7 foot Larry Bird. You make Larry Bird real tall and real strong, it's Nikola Jokic. They play so similar, but for somebody with a different size.
Oh, that is true.
You're right.
You're right.
I was just thinking about
stuff
wings.
Just threw me off.
I was thinking about like cross position type stuff.
But that's actually really
just
accurate.
Stretch him out, fatten him up, feed him a lot of food. You got Nikola Jokic.
Yes, super similar skill set. I agree. I like it. Not as elite of a passer, obviously, but Larry Bird was a fantastic passer on underrated.
Jokic is a better passer.
No, I said Larry Bird is a fantastic passer, but he's not as elite. It was an underrated.
I thought you were saying Jokic. I thought you were doing vice versa.
No. I'm not on drugs.
About to get spicier? I gotta take this conversation a different way. All right, next up. Oh, that's the last one. Okay, so that's the end of that segment.
Woohoo!
Next thing we're gonna do, Mo. I think you have an Instagram-based TikTok for us today.
Yes, we were just getting real serious with our basketball talk, and now we're going purely off of vibes and aura. Crown Eaters, let's turn up.
Time for a popularity contest.
Tell me why Mo was talking about it, and I thought he was gonna pull a list out of his shirt.
Oh, that's crazy.
It was like an old lady pulls money out of her bra. I thought he was about to do like that.
Oh, that's crazy as hell. Ew.
Yeah, man.
That's good.
We're gonna do a video where we have to guess the NBA player or guess which NBA player has more Instagram followers.
Who has clout and who doesn't?
Yeah.
Which NBA player has more IG followers? Which NBA player has more Instagram followers? Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis. His last name. I can't say that shit.
Just say Giannis.
Yeah. Giannis or Klay Thompson?
It has. I think it's gonna be Giannis. I think Giannis.
I don't know.
What's up?
Golden State fans move heavy. They voted Andrew Wiggins into an All-Star game. That fan base moves.
Yeah, but Giannis has that overseas pull though.
Okay, he's reverse psychologying it. It's Klay.
I'm going.
I'm not. Donovan, what do you think?
I'm going Giannis.
Damn, you should have went Klay. Klay has 17 million. Giannis has 16 million. Only by a bit.
Yeah. That Golden State fan base is crazy. It's a cult.
Yeah.
I thought Giannis was like that.
If he wins another chip, maybe. All right, next up, we got Karl Anthony Towns or Draymond Green.
Again, I'm always going to pick the Golden State Warrior. Give me Draymond Green.
Draymond Green is just much more active. Actually, is he? No, I don't know.
Cat be on Twitch. Cat has the Jordan Woods boost.
Yeah.
Couples,
if you know, you know, boy.
Nasty.
But I'm gonna still go Draymond Green. I'm not betting against the Warriors fans.
I'm gonna go Draymond.
That Jordan Woods pull is crazy because it's Karl Anthony Towns.
By how much?
Why did I doubt Jordan Woods?
By 100,000. Karl Anthony Towns has 4.2. Dre has 4.1.
Dre doesn't have the aura of Klay Thompson. That's the difference.
Yeah. Next up, Victor Wembanyama versus Jordan Poole.
I'm going.
Listen, I'm going to keep picking the Golden State Warriors. I have to win out overtime. Give me Jordan Poole. He had that fan base behind him at one point.
I'm going Victor.
Donovan, you are correct. Wemby has 3.2 million. Jordan Poole has 2.4.
Hey, I'm done with the Warriors. Fuck them. They're losing straight now. I'm done picking Warriors. Never again.
Hilarious. What about Tyrese Haliburton or De'Aaron Fox?
I'm going to go Tyrese
plays. Yeah, no. Tyrese plays in Indiana.
Damn.
No, I'm going Tyrese Haliburton. I feel like De'Aaron Fox is a very like low key guy. He don't really be on the gram like that. I know Tyrese Haliburton. He's kind of active. Give me him.
Tyrese has 446K compared to De'Aaron Fox's 1.4 million. That's crazy.
De'Aaron Fox went to Kentucky and came up in the same draft as Lonzo Ball. That was a lot of attention.
His duels against Lonzo carried him, bro.
Iconic.
Tyrese's last name is Haliburton. Need I say more?
And he plays in Indiana now, man.
Fit picks be going kind of crazy though. He got some.
His marketing is in the dumps. All right, next up we got Ja Morant or Luka Doncic.
Ooh.
This is hard.
I think Ja Morant has captured the attention of a generation. I think it has to be him.
That is true.
He is, listen, Ja Morant is trying to be this generation's Tupac. He's trying to be a symbol. He's trying to be a symbol for a lot of people. Bad symbol, but one nonetheless.
Listen, Tupac was famous as shit. I'm gonna go Ja Morant.
I'm going Ja too.
Ooh, y'all are right. Ja Morant has 9.7 million compared to Luka Doncic's 8.5.
Oh yeah,
the people's champ.
People are checking for what Ja Morant has to do on Instagram.
Facts, you're right.
People need to know.
Everybody followed him 2 Instagram lives ago. We're itching for the next notification.
Where is Ja?
Where is Ja? It's hilarious. All right, what about Kyrie Irving versus KD?
Kyrie Irving.
Ooh,
Kyrie's
damn!
Incredibly famous.
So you were one of his first followers. Damn, incredibly famous. You got a shrine.
I'm gonna play the opposite just to be contrarian. Give me Kevin Durant.
You know why? I said it before. I'm done picking Warriors. Nobody's ever played for the Warriors again. Picked again. Give me Kyrie.
Wow.
I'll take KD.
Isaac, you are correct again. Kyrie Irving has 19 million. KD has 13. Wow. Now, Kyrie did play alongside LeBron. He did play at Duke, even though he didn't get that much shine. And also, he's one of the most... His highlights are crazy on IG, bro.
He be saying some stuff on social media, too. So I get it. I understand.
Yeah, we got to check for him, too.
Yeah, that is true. KD's low-key. People need to be locked posting in. Like that either. Yeah. All right, last one. We got SGA or Jaylen Brown.
Ooh, Jaylen Brown plays for the Celtics.
But
Shea, Aura,
he be putting that shit on. The IG cap.
People like Mo. You heard Mo? You heard what he said? People like him are following him and thirsting. It's Shea.
I'm going Shea.
Actually, I don't know. Jaylen Brown's been in the league longer. He plays for the Celtics. But he might be more of a Twitter guy. Is he an IG guy?
I think he's more of a Twitter guy.
Jaylen Brown do be putting that shit on too, though.
Let's go, Shea.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander has 2.5 compared to Jaylen Brown's 3.9.
Wow. I knew it. He's been in the league for a long time. Made a lot of deep playoff runs.
My bad, Jaylen.
Yeah. Them Caucasians in Boston do not play about their players. They are supporting every single Boston Celtic in history.
Until they don't.
Into that analysis on why they pick him, but I'll leave that there.
Until they don't.
That was the last one. That's great.
That's the last one? That's great. We have, I believe, one more video before we get out of here. And what we're going to do next is we're going to look at old NBA logos and grade them.
But
okay.
So, A through F, grade them on how good of a logo is, the vibes, whatever you feel like you want to judge it on. That's what we're going to do. So, let's grade these old NBA logos. First off, the Denver Nuggets.
This is hard. This is such a hard.
I'm so happy we're on the same page. I thought I was about to kill one of y'all. This is perfect.
Easy.
This is an A. Could be an S potentially because it's so unique, and with being so unique, you put yourself in a territory to be ass, but they didn't. Everything's put perfectly. This might be an S to me.
There's a fine line you're towing.
Mo said you could have been bad, but you weren't, so it's good.
Yeah, solid A. I think this is a great logo. The whole rainbow element aged gracefully.
Facts.
I agree.
The mountains in the back too. This is amazing.
Yeah, it looks and feels retro in all the right ways. Next up, the Los Angeles Lakers, 60s vibes.
We flamed them for using this design on the new city jerseys, and that's because it's bad now and it was bad then, and so this is a very D-level logo.
Yeah, listen, we've said it once, so we'll say it again. In the 60s, graphic design was not their passion. They didn't have Canva. They didn't know what they were doing. This is terrible.
They had no YouTube tutorials to look at to create
Zero.
to create proper logos. There's no basketball here. There's no lakes. Nothing. It's just words. It's just letters. It's boring.
Yeah, it's just a triangle. What are we doing?
The new Lakers logo is discombobulated, and it wasn't aligned. This is aligned. I want to put this at B.
I don't care. This is just letters. What do we, this isn't a logo. This is a typeface. This is boring.
I'm outvoted. Whatever.
D. Next up, the 76ers.
S tier. Oh my god. Swagger's outrageous on this shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to go
S
D.
tier, grade
D?
A.
I'm just playing. I just want to see what you say. I was looking for a reaction.
Oh my
This
god.
is A tier.
This guy.
It's like D for what?
Yeah, I was
Holy
going to get
shit.
my head bitten off. I was joking.
Yeah.
This is A tier. I think the gold looks very much other
That's
times.
crazy.
This looks very.
That's
I
wild.
just caught what you said. Yo. Pause.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But as I was saying, the gold very much looked early 2000s, so it's a bit dated, but it works at the same time. I appreciate it still.
Yeah. The star in
this
the
is
back
one of the
does
most
so much to make
iconic
us alive.
retro logos in the NBA. It's hard. It's fire. Any adjective you want to use, this is it. This is flames.
Yeah.
I was thinking it could be nostalgia talking, but for now, nostalgia's motherfucking winning.
Hell yeah.
As it always
And I'm going to let
does.
it win. Facts.
Next up, the Atlanta Hawks.
This is an A tier at its finest right here, man. The
This is
Hawks
strong.
on the ball. This is so aggressive. It's hard. Showing what Atlanta is about. Look, man. This is what I would die for.
In an age of minimalism and logos ruining sports, seeing this maximalist ass cartoon from back in the day, I yearn for this. I wish we went back to this in some elements.
I love it. And do you notice how in all of the A's they have the little hawk beak?
Oh,
Yeah.
I never noticed that.
Yeah.
Look at that. In all of the A's.
Hey, A++.
That's fire.
A++.
It's
Yeah.
all in the details. They got it right.
Yep.
This is my city that I'm proud of. Not that new era bullshit.
The Charlotte Hornets.
Oh, man.
Listen,
This is so hard.
I want to give this an A, but at this moment, whenever I see this logo, I actually think of the baby wearing it everywhere in 2019. So I have to lower it just a little bit.
Yeah.
I have to give it a B.
I think this logo looks incredible on a starter jacket,
Yeah.
but as its own, it looks kind of School of Rocky. It looks a little, what's that thing we watched where we learned about politics in school?
Oh my gosh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
What's it called?
Bill
You're talking
House.
about
Bill. What is
Oh,
it?
Is it the
this
Kid
looks a little
CNN show?
Schoolhouse Rock. Like I'm learning about Parliament in school.
Yes.
Like, it
Oh,
looks very 90s, a little bit dated.
This is a perfect B, man.
Yeah, this is a solid B.
listen, shout out to Baby's 2019 run.
Generational.
Gone but
Wilt
never
like.
forgotten. R.I.P.
Yeah. 2013 LeBron like ridiculous.
No, that's Linsanity. Like.
No, facts.
Next up, the Sacramento Kings.
This is
B
bleh.
tier. Maybe C.
Yeah, this
It's
is the
very
most
average.
bland
Call it
logo
what it is.
here.
This is C at best.
It
Yeah.
ain't ass at all, but it's just like, what else is there to this?
This looks like an ice cream truck. This looks
Yeah.
like this is like a water park from the 1990s. This is mid.
Yeah, looks like a torch, like just a weird ass torch though. Looks gross.
Looks like I see it on the side of like shaved ice you get at school lunch.
Shade
It's
ice.
not.
Yeah,
it looks
this
old
is,
in all the wrong ways.
it doesn't impress me. I'm not moved. C tier. It's
C
a
at
logo.
Yeah, this is C. This
By
is
definition, it is one of the logos of all time.
yeah, this is C.
The Miami Heat.
Listen, this is literally
Whoa.
the logo that they have today, just with worse colors. So I have to give this a D tier. I don't like this orange.
Bro, you don't like the
kinda
flaming
like it.
hot orange? This is Johnny Test hair like. This has to be
Johnny
a
Test,
B
the crazy
tier.
pull.
Not heard
Yeah.
Johnny Testing forever.
Yeah,
What a
bro, I could
pull.
go ahead and
Just
sing
for
that
the
theme
Johnny
song
Test
right
pull, I'm
now.
giving
Don't
it a
play with
B.
me.
You
Yeah.
swayed me. You swayed me with Johnny Test.
You win. You win. Johnny Test is an instant B. Go ahead.
Johnny Test is my shit, man.
Oh my
Just go ahead and do it.
You do that again, I might drop it to C. That's the last one. That's great.
Perfect.
What do we have left before we get out of here? Let me see if we have anything else written down. I feel like I might. We did the tier list. We did Instagram followers. That's the end of the episode. Ooh. If people are still here, what should they comment?
Jordan Poole poo platter. No, what was the other one that you said? It started with a C.
No. We are good with that. Just comment. Jordan Poole's cooking poo platters. Comment that, please.
Comment whatever variation of Jordan Poole's cooking garbage, whatever you want. I want to see the best jokes about Jordan Poole. I called him Colonel Caca, Lieutenant Latrine, all this. I want to see y'all's best Jordan Poole jokes.
We love it.
So whatever variation of Jordan Poole is not cooking, I want to see that in the comments.
See y'all Monday. 8
stay tuned next
stream.
week for TD3 Live. Yep, we're on the same. Let's say wavelength promoting. See y'all later.
See y'all.